gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome again to another Hangout with Entrepreneur. My name is Liam. For those of you who do not know me, those who do, please come along and say hi. If you're in chat, please say hello. Hey Jerry, well Jerry's in the back room, so we'll bring Jerry on in a moment. So anyone's out there, come in, say hi, just so we know you're there. If you want to come on screen with us, I'll share out the link. Actually, let me do that right now. I'll copy the link and I'll share it out to everybody. Hey non-fam, how are you? Enter. Wrong stream, non-fam. There's the link if anybody wants to come join in and hang out with us. So let's see who's in the back room. Jerry.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome to Twitch. Thank you for having me, Liam.
Hey Larry, how are you? Larry, I got some bad news for you, and you're on non-fam, guys. You're over on YouTube. I'm thinking about stopping my. Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm good. How's everybody in chat?
So I'm planning that this might be my last hangout to YouTube and just to do Twitch only going forward. So please, if you're not already on Twitch, please go over there. 3D prints for you. Hey, how are you?
Everybody should congregate in the same room.
Yeah. So Twitch is more of a community thing anyway. So I think it would be better. Oh.
Matt printed a cat. Look at that.
Are you going to sing for us, Tim?
Hey, Tim. Can't hear you, Tim.
We knew he had voice problems, but come on.
Silent is golden. Remember that.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We hope you're feeling better.
You can hear me? Sorry, you can hear me?
No, we can hear you, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, because it's a new mic and a new setup, so I'm just playing with it right now. So
he's using his radio voice.
Well, I wish this was my everyday radio voice. I could probably do some pretty, dirty talk shows with it. Hello.
3D prints for you just cheered 100 bits.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I didn't see that. Why didn't I see that?
I'm reading it in chat. His drop game is broken. I don't know why, but I had trouble Saturday. And
it's
restarted it, repasted it, done everything, and for some reason, Bang Drop is not working for some reason. But feel free to enter it. Maybe at some point it'll start working. That'd be awesome.
Well, one thing, guys, I do have another channel. It's not for us hanging out like this. You know the way we MakerDeck is out there where people can just stream whatever they're printing. Because Toys for Tots is about to start a 3D printing for Toys for Tots with IC3D, I have created a channel for people to do. They're doing charity printing now. I'm the only one streaming in there right now because Toys for Tots recently hasn't geared up, but I want to get the channel up and running. And the channel is called. It's on Twitch.tv and it's called Charity Makers, right? Twitch.tv/Charity Makers, and it's basically people who are doing 3D printing for charity, which I'm doing right now. Let me show you what I've done. So, I'm 3D printing Toys for Tots. So, bags of toys. I'm starting to print.
Nice. I posted a link.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I posted ready. Yeah, I posted it.
There now.
Yeah. So, I'm... and the whole point of it is for charity, right? So, it's about people who want to do stuff for Toys for Tots. Hey, Ben, how are you?
Hey, Ben.
So that's the whole point of it. And once Toys for Tots gets going, my hope is and others in the Discord for IC3D are interested. I want to get them. There's some are talking about streaming their prints as well. So we'll get to see lots of other printers printing, and they're making whatever they're making it for charity, and it will all be donated. All of what we make will be sent off to IC3D that goes into the Toys for Tots program, which is run by the U.S. Reserve Corps of Engineers, who do the Toys for Tots every year. So small stuff like these little chameleons are like stocking stuffers.
Right.
And then there will be some bigger stuff. I'm running on the small ones on the belt spinner. That's where you saw a big bag of them over there. And I think I'm already at about 100 toys already. I think I'm already at the 100 mark, or just over the 100 mark already.
Nice.
You're not at 100% yet, are you, Tim?
No, not yet. Not quite.
I hope you get better. Yeah, I can tell in your voice.
Okay. RC Pilot, how are you? Quint, how are you?
Yeah, this is
how
not
did
a
Mario
made-up voice.
and Doc Brown know each other?
Well,
never explained in the movie.
My Hypercube is still broke down. Remember, I had the SKR 1.4 turbo board in it, and I had Jason, the tech guy, help me get it all worked out about a week ago. Many hours working offline in StreamYard. And there's something with that particular board. It will not work with Clipper. He said it's a bootloader problem, but I flashed firmware on there before, and that's not it. But for some reason, the 1.4 won't work. So I had an SKR E3 Mini that I put in it, and it didn't have enough ports on the board for everything I wanted to do. So I pulled it out. I got on Amazon. I bought an SKR2, which is an upgraded 1.4 with 2209s.
Good news, Ben.
And it was $80 because things are crazy high right now. I get it in the mail. I get it all wired up yesterday morning. Broke a few connectors trying to get it wired up, and I had to mend them. And I got it all wired up, ready to go. Message Jason 4 or 5 hours later. He said, "Hey, let's do it right now." He logs in. I get everything set up on it. I run RadOS on the board, on the Pi, which is fine. And then I go to put the bin file on the micro SD card. I go to stick it in the printer, and the micro SD card won't go in the effing printer. Nothing I do won't go in. So now I had to get on Amazon, get another one sent out, which will be here tomorrow, take it all apart. It took me forever to carefully rewire everything, and I got to swap it out. And so now when I get it in the mail, which I've never done this before, they don't come with micro SD cards. They're cheap. You got to supply your own. I'm going to check to make sure it works. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that a micro SD card will work in the board before I tear it all apart and rebuild it. And spend another.
Well, never. So first of all, Ben, that's good news that everything came out clear in your testing.
Yeah, very good news.
So you're in for it to be to resect it. Good. Hey, Gary, how are you? Hey, Print Prawn. Hey. Who else is out there? Drop is not working. Jerry had problems with Drop on Saturday. I'm having problems with the Drop game today. I don't know why. Yeah, the micro SD card, he cannot put an SD. He would not take the SD. So
it won't go in. I tried all 16 ways to put it in because Matt reminded me, hey, maybe you got it in backwards. Yeah, I know it can be flipped over, but yeah, it will not go in whatsoever.
You know, if it doesn't fit, just go get a bigger hammer.
I paid $80 for it with drivers. I'm not going to try to resolder it. I don't have the expertise or the fancy equipment to resolder that on. They'll just send me another board and I'll swap it out.
Yeah. Well, it is new, so you might as well just do a swap.
Yeah, it's a brand new board.
So, how's everybody else doing, by the way? I know we'll talk with Tim when he comes back.
Pretty good. I'm doing good.
He has been sick for the last few days, since last week, actually.
Sebastian, the SKR 2 board that I just bought for $80 to put in my Hypercube to put Clipper on. Once I got it all wired up and the time came to put firmware.bin on the micro SD card, the micro SD card will not go in the board. So, wow, okay.
Can I ask an obvious question? And you're going to call me names after this, but it's okay. Did you check there wasn't already an SD card in the slot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You'd be amazed how many times people saying, this will not fit in, this won't fit into the USB. But you know what? There's already something in there.
I knew a guy when I was a teenager, he said it wouldn't fit, and I had no trouble. We're not going to talk about that.
There could be a broken piece inside there.
Yeah,
it
could be.
I got a
Creative Bear, thank you for the bits.
I got a nozzle.
Really appreciate it.
And got up in there, and I couldn't feel anything in there.
Oh boy!
Thank you so much. Let me.
Stream's starting out good.
It's starting out good. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
Let me just have to cancel some stuff here. 1 second, because it's doing something weird. That's not where I want to be. Sorry guys, give me a second. I need to log out and log back into Twitch because Twitch is being a pain.
Yeah, I'm doing some scanning.
And it's asking me for tokens. I like security in Twitch, but every time it asks you for a token when you want to do anything with it, it's annoying.
Hmm.
Come on, send it to me. It's supposed to be sending me a token. You know what? It's not doing it.
It's good until it doesn't work.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Oh, Tim, you sound very terrible. What do you have? Just a regular cold, or
No, just a virus that's going around. It grounded me for the whole long weekend. I was in bed most of the weekend, and
Wow.
this is the best my voice has sounded in the last 6 days. So
I usually never get sick, but then when I had medical problems a few years ago, which I'm still dealing with, but as far as for sick, in bedridden, that usually doesn't happen to me.
Oh Tim,
Yeah.
thank you for following me on Twitch. I thought you were already following me.
Not that new channel, not yet. No.
Oh, that's a new channel. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
a
I
new
don't
one.
know. I'll put a note in with it when I send back the board that the SD card slot is bad, so they don't accidentally don't accidentally try to resell it.
Yeah.
I sound worse than I feel, Ben.
And Big Tree Tech is cheaping out on the ducks too. They don't look as nice. They're kind of an ugly yellow, and they're not the same color. Sorry.
Finally, I got the token number. Damn, Twitch is playing up tonight. It's even getting tokens out is slow.
My big fear is that I get better and my voice doesn't go back. Can you imagine?
Wolfman Jack, late night with DeWitt 3D. Tim gonna have a deep voice like this.
Yeah, we're gonna spin the tunes all night long.
There you go.
Okay, stop that.
What?
you're seducing the audience?
No, it just sounds creepy.
Come down
both.
into the gutter. Come on down. We all float down here.
So, what are you guys working on?
I'm working on my 3D scanner.
Okay.
I just scanned this in. Took me 2 minutes to scan.
Nice.
I still have to do some
Sing us some Barry White.
cleaning work on it. But as you can see on the bottom right here, this is all hollow. So
Okay.
So the same as the RC? Yeah. I generally do pretty well when I get stuff. But there's a special request for Tim. I think you should
Special
start off
request.
first. My first, my last, my everything. Go, have at it.
You're my first, my last. I don't know what Barry White
Okay.
says.
Don't give up the day work. The day
No, I
job.
won't.
No, it's not my last hangout. It'll be my last on
Hey Justin, how you doing?
Justin. So it's not my last hangout. It's going to be my last on YouTube. I want to I'd rather keep social stuff over on Facebook, on Twitch,
Twitch.
and that's what it's designed around. So I'm going to spend more time on doing stuff like that on like casual hangout stuff on Twitch. Like if I'm working on something in the evening, I'll just go into Twitch and I'll do it live with everyone here. But and then anything I do make more formal or anything that's good on Twitch, I might take a section of it and export it out and then maybe put it out on the YouTube if I think the content is worthwhile, you know. What do you do with money, Tim? I don't know what that means.
What money?
You got me. Hey, HC, how are you? Tim is all about the ladies. You might be on if you get home in an hour. Okay, yeah, of course, you're welcome. You know that, Justin. Met Justin at Murph just over a week and a half ago, and it was
Nice.
fun to hang out with the guys. I have some of his tokens. I had them here. I brought home a cold pile of stuff, so I have some of your stickers and stuff. Oh, the money your mom gave you for singing lessons. What you do with it, Tim?
Oh, I bought 3D printers.
You bought three. So you got COVID? I came home. I didn't even know that it was going around.
I
No,
heard
I
it
was only
went
there for
around.
1 day, so you were there for 3 days, and you hung out with the guys in the afterwards and at the hotel and all this kind of stuff. That's probably why, because like I was only there for 1 day, but I came back clean, and
Hmm.
I tested. Jerry mentioned to me that everyone was getting sick, so I tested on Wednesday, last Tuesday, just before my stream, my hangout,
That's what
and
I read on Twitter.
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know about it.
Then
Yeah,
Liam went in the other room and he got his P test on stream and checked it, and he was anyway.
that's not a P test. That's the wrong screening, Jerry.
Yeah.
So what? Other than that, guys, what are you working on? Wow, 40 people. That's a lot.
Not much. Um, just tinkering with this and that. I'm just waiting for that board to come in the mail so I can get my hypercube up and running, go through all the tests, get it working right, and then I can stream on MakerDeck.
Cool.
Because I want to print a
The super spreader event, yeah.
Master Chief helmet I have waiting to print that I bought, and then also I got a what's the name of the damn robot? The movie with robots. They're Decepticons and the good guys.
Transformers.
Transformers. I want to do the Transformer
All right,
robot.
Justin. So
Okay.
I've been busy with the Toys for Tots. I started printing in the last week or so, week and a half. And all I've been doing is I spend all my printers work, but I've been fine tuning them for Toys for Tots to get the optimal for the models I'm printing. So my bell printer is going away, being busy. I have two IDEX busy right now. I'm going to be adding another IDEX in the next day or two. To start it printing, and then I'll add the fourth IDEX to get that going again. I found a problem with my power supply with my Ender 5 Plus, so it's down right now. But I'll get that up and running in the next week or two, probably. And I've been doing some stuff with laser engraving. What else? Yeah, I tried printing on the FL Sun, the proper printing on the FL Sun, and the print quality is atrocious. I need to spend a lot of time figuring out what's wrong with that one. It's really bad. I mean, I think it's just a serious over extrusion problem, but it looks terrible. So I'll go sort it out later on. What about you, Tim?
I haven't done much in the last week, but I'm going to continue my Voron build, and I've decided I'm going to make one of those death robots. What are they called? That they smashed each other up at
Oh,
Murph?
the new ones, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start one or two of those.
Yeah, I downloaded the files from Sam Prentice, but I doubt that I'm going to build one.
So
Yeah,
so that's another. Since Chris's voice is bad, he's been sick. Chris has been sick for the last week, and so his Barry White voice is probably temporary due to his illness.
yeah, and I'm using a different mic, and I'm using a mixer. I've got this hooked up now. No clue how to use it, but
You just like it because it's got knobs and bells and whistles like old stereo systems that we love from the 80s.
But apparently you can hook up a iPad to this, and you can hook up various microphones, whatever, but and do sound effects. So
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to. I have installed virtual cable. I'm going to see if I can figure out to get virtual cable to use pretzel rocks to pipe pretzel rocks out and straight into a stream. I'm going to see if I can figure that one out. I need to do a bit of playing around with it, but if I can, I'll probably do that over on my the charity channel. I'll probably do it over there on the Charity Makers channel. So those who don't know, Charity Makers on Twitch TV, right? Charity Makers. It's all about people who are doing 3D prints for charity. I started off for Toys for Tots, but anyone who's doing charity prints can use it.
Share screen.
And okay, yeah, Jerry has it up and running there. There you go. And so right now it's showing my belt printer, which is right here beside me, printing these little chameleons. And the whole goal behind it is if it ever does make any money, the money will go to the charities. So other than paying for StreamYard, the money will go to charity. I need to clarify that because, hi Phoenix Call, how are you? So I'm hoping it gets busy, and I hope people show interest in it because when it does on that other channel, I haven't reached partner. I haven't reached partner or anything yet. I've only got 29 followers, and my average viewers are not high enough yet. But hopefully that will change.
It'll get there.
And then when it gets there, my hope is that like Toys for Tots costs IC3D about $30,000 to actually make it happen each year, right? So I'm hoping if any money comes into it, I can donate it because they have a 501c3. I can put it into their 501c3 for Toys for Tots, which then gets used to pay for and enhance the Toys for Tots program. So, Phoenix Call, what's the issue? You said you need my help. What for?
Whenever you want to see Navari, I've got it loaded. I can hit it.
Yeah, so let's do that. And let me copy this out and share it to Phoenix Call as well. And then we're going to, for those who don't know, Trevor, who is in Navarre, Florida, has a store, and he's done a new video recently, and Jerry's going to play it for us. Let me add it to the stream. It's really cool for. I really wish we had one like that here.
Good morning, Jerry and crew. Making a little new video of my store. It's currently in the process of being updated a little bit. I'll make a new one when I'm done, but for now.
So that big TV you see there?
See through all this.
We're often on that TV on weekends when he streams.
We got some Hex 3D stuff over here, and of course down here. Been long-time patrons of Jeff. There's all our displays.
This is an updated video.
That's a nice big store.
Here's the right side here. We got a lot of Flexi Factory stuff like that. We patron. This is our own line of filament here.
Flexi Factory.
This is something new. All of our filaments have a beautiful opalescence into them. We'll be launching those next few weeks. This is again more of our colors. Well, let's see, we got printers galore as far as you can see. We're eSun dealer. We got eSun, lots of PLA Plus, resins of course. I even carry things like Peak, nylon, PVA, nylon, carbon fiber nylon, 6 and 12, full line of PET G, blah blah blah. This is where my techs sit. I got 2 high schooler techs, and they work on printers for me on the weekend. Let's see, this is almost done. This is a custom T-Rex we did for a customer. But this is the painting area here. Got some demo printers. More of our colors that we do. And we got the print form back here. So currently I got some Chitty Techs over here. A couple iFasts. Of course we got the X Plus. Some Ender 5 Pluses. A couple CR6 Maxes. Some CR6s. CR10 Maxes. Another CR10 Max, S5. So we got the resin side. Here's where printers go to be put together. These are all put together, waiting to be calibrated. Let's see here. An XCF Pro awaiting repairs. And I got a couple more down there waiting on repairs. And lastly, onto the lasers. Let's see, we got 2 fiber lasers back here. We got a 50 watt JPT on the left, and a 30 watt Racus on the right. And that's about it in a Pac-Man game. Woo! Now, this is my printer area for Amazon returns.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a nice setup.
Does he sell his prints?
He does.
Yeah.
He does get requests to print stuff for people. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can pull that out. I can't do it.
Oh, I thought you can just. You can. Okay, let me see. Remove.
That was a share video file. It wasn't a share screen, so I can't
Oh,
control
okay.
it.
So he does that. He does sell, and then what he does with most of these printers, unless you've bought printers off him before, when you come in to buy a printer, especially for new to printers, he'll build it. He'll open the box. He'll build it in store. He'll configure it. He'll test it. He'll calibrate like steps and all this kind of stuff. And when that's done, then you can take it home. So he'll make sure what's leaving the store is working the way it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big store. I have nothing like that here.
Tim in Canada will probably open up a store like that next year. He'll expand. He'll come into a lot of money. He'll have his printing business. The next door, he'll have his 3D printing store. You never know.
If I come into a lot of money, you never know.
So,
If you come into a lot of money, he'll disown all of us. We'll never see him on stream again.
No. That would never
interacting with the community is the best way to get business.
Yeah. No, it's a lovely store. I have nothing. The closest thing that I have to that in here, anywhere near me, like that I know of in Michigan, is what's it called? The guys where you can get that $99 printers.
Phoenix, you got your industrial printer?
What do you call an industrial printer?
Yep.
What'd you get?
The industrial printer.
What do you call an industrial printer?
Well, it prints carbon fiber.
You can print carbon fiber. You didn't tell me what you call an industrial printer, though.
I forgot what they call it. Let me check the box real quick. Give me a second. I'll show you the box.
Micro Center. Thank you, Sebastian. Yeah. So Micro Center is the nearest thing I have to anything like that, and they don't even have. They only have a handful of machines. Like it's all in there and stuff. So what type of machine is it?
He's checking.
So give me a second.
Yeah, I'm checking out if I can do this ornament right here. It's very hard to do. I'm still working on it the last couple of days.
You took it off the build plate, Matt, and then we couldn't see it. Oh, your name's in the way. Okay.
Hold on.
Sweet. In Germany? Yeah, there's not many of them out there.
Are you trying to scan that? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see them becoming more and more popular.
Which 3D printing stores?
Stores, yeah.
I think, yeah. Like, you can make a decent living out of it. Like look at Trevor's making a good living out of it, and he's like, it's hard work.
His rent is very reasonable where he lives at, so he can offer a better deal. To have a store like that in Vegas would be ridiculous.
It doesn't say the model maker, but it's by Preparos Engineering.
Who?
Preparos Engineering.
Prepares Engineering?
Preparos.
Where'd you buy it from? What company?
That's the company. It's from Japan.
Never hear of them.
Prepares Engineering.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Do you buy directly from that company online?
No, you specially order it through the engineering department at All Trade Tools. So it goes directly business to business, not business to retail.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we can hear.
Well, Japan is known for quality stuff, so it might be a great printer. I don't know.
Yeah. So you got one.
Hey, Vince, how you doing?
In Dallas, nice. We have nothing nearby. Nothing that I know of, anyway. We have some RC places, but we don't have nothing in that specializes in 3D printing. That'd be nice. But I've never heard of that printer. You should send it. Oh, you're frozen again, Phoenix. And you should send
I'm sorry.
Yeah, your video's frozen. You should send us back again now. You should send us a picture of the box, so we can see the
Oh, sure.
name and the manufacturer and the model number. Because
Hey, Phoenix,
It
for
just
future videos, maybe you can have somebody block that light coming in that window because it washes out your video really
right,
bright.
yeah,
all
I
right.
know you're
Well,
in a
hold on.
wheelchair, but
Let me close it
maybe
off.
in the future, you can have
Hold on
somebody
for a
help you out
second.
in the household.
yeah. But I did some some laser engraving.
Yeah, I seen that
Oh,
online. That looks
nice.
good.
I like that.
Yeah, lovely logo. I wonder where that came from.
That's really nice.
It came from Tim. Tim helped me with the design of the logo. Thank you. Yeah, but it came out really nice. It was 600 speed, 100% power on a 10-watt laser diode laser. Didn't take that
Jamie
long.
was Jamie was trying to figure out a logo, so Papa Bear was trying to help her
I saw
design
that. Yeah,
something. She's trying to figure something out, Tim.
yeah.
Mm.
I only did one side, but it's easy enough to do the other side. But I only did one side.
Is that
I
so much
might do
better,
the other side
Jerry?
with something else. No, look, that window right in front of you, where you see the curtain hanging
Below the
down.
curtain, all that white light coming in below the curtain. But I mean, we can see you fine. It's just for future live streams, some other point maybe you could have somebody block that for you.
First thing we have to wear sunglasses.
No, you don't have to deal with it now. It's fine now. We can see you
Yeah,
like we always do. But for future videos, see if you can knock that bright light out. That way your video don't look all white and cloudy.
yeah. And his video's paused again.
He's thinking about it. That's why he's not moving. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
Is
so
that
yeah.
any better?
So what was your question about a printer anyway? What's the question about? I've never heard of that company.
So, no, my brother ordered it from his company directly to me. I just paid for it and they delivered it. So
Okay.
it's got a CO2 laser engraver and a filament printer in it.
There is no CO2 laser. No, I don't think so. Diode laser head maybe.
Well, maybe a diode laser. I don't.
Yeah, diode would make sense. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't heard of them. Can you type the name of them in chat?
Uh,
Make sure
this is the closest translation I can get to it. It's all in Japanese.
Yeah, but if I get the name of the company, if you send me a photograph, then so if you send me a picture, a photograph, because I'd like to look up the company because I haven't heard of them. Now, I may have heard of it as a different name.
Somebody in chat speaks Japanese, so somebody can read it.
Google Translate and translate it from Japanese.
Right now, it looks like you have a solar flare going off outside of your house. Your video is pulsating white, dark, white, dark.
Yeah, I don't
Just my eyes.
understand. Give me a
It's
second.
that
Let me see if
window
I
with
put
the light
a
coming
new.
in behind by the bed.
If I put in a LED light, that will hopefully filter out the
No, well, no, just closing that down will solve the problem, because what's happening is the glare.
I think the curtain's too high.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, the curtain's not.
Yeah,
long
the
enough.
light's coming in underneath it. No, it's coming underneath it.
I
it's
don't know
already
how I
blocked
can
off.
fix that right
No,
now.
no biggie.
Yeah, it's just taking
It's
away
fine.
the contrast.
But anyway, yeah,
Black spray paint.
send me a picture.
Yeah.
And I'd like to look them up because I don't know that company.
I'll send you the information and the instruction books and everything. I haven't
I don't
set
need
it
the
up.
instruction. I just need the company information. I'll find the model number if you have one.
Okay, no
I'd
problem.
just like to look them up because I haven't heard of them. And like, okay, I'm going to ask the question. You can tell me no, that you're not going to answer if you want to.
Who?
How much did it set you back?
It didn't set me back anything. It set the company back a little more than $1,000.
How much?
A little more than $3,000 from my brother's comment to me.
Wow, $3,000. That better could be a good machine for that price.
So,
I'm even more curious about what machine it is.
all right, no problem.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, $3,000 to be a high-end printer for sure.
it should be. Yeah, it should be a good machine. But saying
No, it
that,
is
half of that price could be the cost of shipping.
Could be. I don't know.
Especially today, right?
So, so I bought a new computer for it, strictly for it.
Chris, come join us, Chris.
You bought a new
So
computer for it?
Yeah, strictly for it. I bought
Good.
an i9 Dell computer, dual processor.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got a 9.9. A 9.9 has got 8 cores.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got 8 cores, and then you can learn hyper threading, so you get the equivalent. You get 16. The equivalent of 16 processor cores, and that's
Okay.
turned on by default in your operating system for you. Yeah, I got. That's what I got from Dell as well. A 9.9.
So I will probably set up my entire engineering room this weekend.
Sweet. Nice. What
So
I have
I will
left behind me is all I got. So
So I will test print probably this weekend. I got to get more filament because I've only got 2 rolls here.
yeah, I need more filament too. I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Well, with what
How
you're
long you been
with what
doing
you're
this?
printing, you're going to need more.
Well, some of this is TPU, which I cannot use for toys, unless I'm going to do like
Well,
the
depends if they're
flexi.
for adults or not.
Well, now.
Jerry,
Jerry
hang
always
on.
goes there. But I have like and silks are not. I had some silks for small toys. Like this is okay. But anything larger, silks are not good because the layer adhesion is not very good. And I do these with 4 walls, so they're really strong. But silks for larger toys, they'll break too easy. So
I don't think these are the toys he's printing.
Yeah.
no.
No.
Does that have a squeaky in it?
No, it's remember this is the one where the air escapes out the butt, and somebody
Oh,
thought
yeah,
it would be
okay.
good Vegemite dispenser.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
Or a ketchup dispenser.
Okay, guys.
Or a
Anyway.
toothpaste dispenser.
Here, 21 plus.
Toothpaste dispenser,
Let's use it. Use it for a toothpaste
Yeah,
dispenser.
ketchup would flow out easier.
Here you go.
or Nutella.
Oh,
Oh, nice, Matt. Gargoyle.
Oh, nice.
That's nice,
Yeah,
Matt.
I got this. I got this today from Warwick Castle. We went there today, and
so they have models of you there?
Ooh. Nobody's
no,
safe on
we
Liam's
visited the
train.
dungeons, etc. And yeah, I asked the dungeon person. I came here and I was promised to get a flogging. But I
They
didn't
probably
get
told you to go
one.
home and talk to Louise, right?
Okay, you guys and your fetishes.
Yeah,
I
it's
tell ya.
Warwick. I know how to
I
pronounce it.
didn't say that. I mean, come on. I wanted to see some flogging.
Louise,
Warwick Castle, dear.
it's actually pronounced as Warwick. You don't pronounce the second
Warwick.
W.
Warwick. Okay, duh. All right. I don't know.
So, how long are you living in the UK, Matt?
Too short.
How long are you living in the UK, Matt?
I don't know, 2 years.
Only 2 years? No, it's longer than
We've
that.
known you for 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, he disappeared again. So, come on, how long have you been living there?
I don't know, technical difficulties. I can't.
20 years, and he can't pronounce Warwick. 20 years, and he can't pronounce Warwick.
Yeah, I got a lot of light coming through that window there too, but it's not really
No, that's
washing
not.
me out.
It's not light. He actually polished his halo, so it's glowing from the eye. That's what that glow is. That's a glow from Jerry's halo. Louise, you have to give him English lessons. Teach him how to pronounce like a Brit. The aliens are coming. He can't pronounce vacuum and many other everyday words. Matt, say
Thank
vacuum. Matt, say vacuum.
Vacuum.
He can when he wants to. He does that to annoy you, Louise.
At least they're not picking on the Canadian.
I love you, babe.
Well, no, we're picking on the Germans instead.
Oh yeah, picking on the Germans.
Why not?
Remember,
How many times is he picking the Irish? It's always happening. So it's about time.
yeah,
Oh, by the way, who's excited for next week's on the 12th? The first live science data coming in from James Webb,
From where?
the James Webb Space Telescope.
Oh,
So up to now, they've been taking what they call engineering or calibration images. Now on the 12th, there is, I think it's 5 images is what they're saying, or no, maybe 4 or 5 images are going to be shown live, and nobody but about 5 people on the planet know what they're going to be, what the targets are going to be. But they're designed to show you the wow factor of what the telescope can do.
oh wow.
Worcestershire sauce, yes. See, I can pronounce that word.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce.
The vacuuming. Are you gonna vacuum? You gonna
Germans
vacuum?
pronounce the V as a W,
I'll
and
whack
the
you
W is
too.
a V. Yeah, so yeah, that's. But if you're living in the UK for 20 years, that should be second nature to you by now. No?
Mm. No, I mean I do have difficulties, like everybody else.
Well, my sister can't say the word monument. You're not on your own. A lot of people. She says monument. She just can't pronounce monument. And there's in Limerick where I grew up. There's a place. There's a monument called the O'Connell Monument. And when you put those two words together, she's totally lost. It's O'Connell Monument. Is what she says. Oh, what's the other one? She has a couple of words that she struggles with. Can't remember the other ones right now. I'll remember them later on. But yeah, there's certain words, and like she grew up in the city, and there's certain words she just can't say, and especially she can say the word O'Connell, but when you put it with O'Connell and monument, it just doesn't work at all anymore. Apparently, her tongue forgets how to operate.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Yeah, everybody.
Some people probably say Massachusetts or something. I don't know.
I used to say,
I don't know what's going to drop.
what's that one state that doesn't sound like it's spelled? I used to call it wrong all the time.
Nevada. A lot of people say Nevada. It's Nevada.
No, it's the one. Oh, shoot. I'll think of it.
What's the geyser that people always? No. Oh, people always say you sound like the Arkansas.
Arkansas. I always used to call it Arkansas.
Or Arkansas, not Arkansas.
That's the one.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Or what's the other one?
Arkansas.
Yosemite Sam. Always people always mispronounce his name. Well, Mr.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
How are you?
Hey, Tim. Another Tim.
I'm just dropping in really quick on my phone. Guess who got neutered today?
Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh, he's not happy, and he's not happy with you.
Hang on. Let me see if I can switch this around. Hang on.
Talking about the dog.
Poor
Oh,
puppy.
There we go. Hang on.
Oh, poor
Is
thing.
that the
He
normal?
hates you
There we
now.
go.
How dare you do that to a dog?
Primo,
Oh, poor
Are-
thing. He's
are-
probably
are
not
we-
feeling
He's
well.
not a man dog anymore.
are we high as balls right now? Because we just got home from the vet like an hour ago.
Oh, poor thing.
The cone so you don't lick the stitches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been sitting here for like an hour.
Oh,
Wow.
he'll be like that. He'll be moping for a few days, because he'll be sore for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, I'm just doing like inventory and crap right now. Yay, purchase orders. Yay. So-
yeah. Oh, and Printman says, right, look here, he said, and they thought you were friends.
Yeah, I got to get this back together. Everything's working now. I got all my cables managed and whatnot. I think I did a pretty good job. I got a Bowden tube here just for a feed up to the direct drive. Then I got everything fairly well cable managed. I just got to get in here, hook up the new sensor to the control board because the 18 millimeter is still in here.
That's the 5 plus.
Yeah, the 5 Plus. This has got the multi mount, which is our new thing. But this is This is a Mosquito Magnum on here. So
guys, check out their multi-mount. It's a really cool idea. It's,
yeah, so
it's really cool. Explain about it. So I saw it at Murph, and it's really
so
cool.
this like it's basically like a base to build on. So like the actual part, the multi-mount itself is this little guy here, and you can't really see it that well, but I do have hang on. My box of random parts. So this is everything is mounted onto this little metal bracket here. So it's the goal is that you have this nice rigid surface. You put your hot end in here, okay, and then you build off of this mount itself. So you got 2 screws up top for mounting, either a direct drive or a strain relief. And we're working on other extruder mounts. So this is a BMG/Tough Extruder V2 mount. So this will work with the BMGs and the Tough Extruder V2. We're working on a Sherpa Mini right now and the Titan style. And then we got a bunch of other ones in the queue. People ask like the LGX Lite. So, but the whole thing is we're going to keep developing this. So you got 3 add-on positions. You got your top add-on, you got your left and your right. So you got the little groove here with the M3 tap on either side, so you can add these little add-ons on the left or right. So I've got 2 50-15s. This left one adds a 50-15, and then the Easy ABL micro mount, and you can see how nice that tucks back there. And then I got a 50-15 on the right. So, and this just bolts up to your Creality carriage. Now, we are testing with the Ender 6. Now, I actually have a CAD model of the Ender 6, and it looks like the carriage on this, one of the bolts is in the way, so we're probably going to have to get an adapter plate made. So what we're going to do for different models where, this will work, but it's like something slightly in the way, we're going to make adapter plates out of printed parts to test them, make sure everything fits up, and if there's enough of demand for a certain printer, then we'll get them machined in aluminum. Obviously, the printed parts are still rigid, but the whole goal is like this right now, like this whole thing is like...
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. It's very rigid. So, but the thing is, the hot end itself is all like the thing that's actually flexing is not the mount; it's just the gantry plate moving. So, yeah.
Okay, you need to do a mount for that for the H2O water cool extruder from BIQ.
I'm not messing with any water cool stuff. So, but. I mean, we do have step files for this mount. So if someone wanted to design their own things, they can. But the beauty is there's a lot of nice community made mounts. Like I've got a Pet Sphinx derivative on my Ender 6, and I've got like the red squirrel over here on my 3. And then I got another Pet Sphinx over here. But the whole thing is like we're making sure everything works, so that way there's no guesswork. It includes all the hardware, like all the screws and stuff. So we're designing, there's a certain there's a package of screws and bolts and nuts that comes with this, and we're designing the add-ons to use the screws and nuts and bolts that we have, so you're not having to fumble around and try to piece together stuff. Like you have all the base stuff, even if you're printing your own parts. So we offer the add-ons printed in ABS. It's only ABS, and this is all made in the U.S. too. So all the plastic we're using is made in the U.S. from coax for all the ABS. This is actually machined in the U.S. as well. So, and it's I don't know how well it's coming through on the video, but like the quality is really, really nice.
Yeah, I saw it at Murph. It's a really nice design.
Yeah,
it is very simplistic, but it's adaptive as well.
Yeah, so the goal is to have this, and we're going to keep this around for a while, and we're going to keep building more add-ons and upgrades around this. So you buy into this one time, and then you'll get access to all the future upgrades and stuff we make for it. Sweet. So, but Remo, what are you doing? Do you want some scritches? Poor buddy.
Here, not free. Hey,
yep.
Amanda, he's dropping out. He's only going to be streaming on Twitch, Amanda. That's what that means.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch in future. I'm not going to be doing the Hangouts on YouTube.
But
come in and join us, Amanda.
But yeah, so basically this, like out of the box right now, this fits the CR10S Pro, the Max, the 5, the 5 Plus, the 3 Pro, 3 V2, the 3 Max, the Ender 2, Ender 2 Pro, the Ender 4, all the CR10, like the original CR10 and CR10S. So like the CR10 Mini, the regular CR10, the S4, the S5, and then the S versions of those, like the CR10S, S4, and so on and so forth. So, but like for the CR10 V2, we do have an adapter plate. I don't know if I have one in my office here. If I did, it'd be in this drawer.
Are you going to expand beyond Creality products?
Probably not. That's not really our market.
Oh, okay.
Like this is a demo unit we had here, so you can see how they kind of bolt up. This is like my box of random parts for testing. I don't know if I have. I thought I had one of the plates in here.
That's Tim's crap box.
This is like new crap though. But I had one floating around here for the longest time, unless it's here it is. Okay, I was like, I knew I had one. Here. So this is the adapter plate for the CR10 V2 and V3. So this will adapt that the stock mounting plate, so you can bolt this multi-mount up to it. So it's just a little piece of aluminum here.
Okay.
So, and this bolts right up onto there, and then you can see we got the 2 screw holes here, which is what the multi-mount will bolt into. So, and this is also made in the US. So it bolts up like this onto the carriage plate of the V2 and the V3. So, but the goal is like we'd like to do other things like this for like the under 6, but I don't want to, these cost a lot to get made in terms of production runs. So for testing, what we're going to do is we'll have, printed adapter plates, which obviously it's not going to be as rigid, but for something that's small like that and it's flat, I'm not really that concerned about it. It's not like you're hanging the whole hot end off of a whole printed part that's sticking out, like some of these other ones. So, but we'll be including those files, adapter plates, once they're finished getting designed. So if somebody bought it and they want to use it for the under 6, they can at least either buy the adapter plate printed from us or print it themselves. So, but if we get if I only got I send out an email and hey, we get 5 people oh yeah, I would buy a plate like this for the under 6. It's not worth getting it made because I'm not, I got to do a run of 50 plus of them. So,
right.
But yeah, Remo, stop. He's just being whiny.
I posted a link in chat. If anybody wants to go out to TH3D and buy anything, you get 5% off the total order at checkout.
Yeah.
My camera works.
She's just sore, Tim, is all. That's all. He's sore.
There we go. You guys take me out
for a few days. He'll be whiny for a few days. He will.
Well, he's whiny as is. So.
Yeah, but still, he just got the surgery today. He'll be sore for 2 or 3 days before he starts coming back to himself again.
Yeah.
I'd be
and wearing the cone of shame is not going to make it any faster.
The cone of shame. He's like, Dad, why did you do this to me?
Yeah.
We weren't gonna breed him. He's a little over 1.5 years, so it's about time. I wanted to wait a little while so he could develop before we get him snip. He's so pathetic.
There's a very good statement there. You'd whine if someone did it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he whines anyways. If anyone's had a German Shepherd, they're a very whiny breed. Nobody told me this before I got a German Shepherd. I was they're beautiful, smart dogs, and then every time I'm they whine a lot. Everybody's well, they are a Shepherd. I was I didn't know that was a thing with them, but they are. But they're good dogs.
Mine is a mixed breed between Shepherd and Husky.
Yeah. So that's gonna be whiny. We're
really. She's not. She doesn't even bark that much.
We're getting ready. I'm gonna leave him in here. Nope, you're staying here, buddy. You're not coming here. So we got to get the garage cleaned up here because we're supposed to have. They're saying tornado warning, so I'm trying to get everything picked up here and moved away so we can get the cars in the garage.
The tornado already passed through.
So. Yeah, I gotta move all this stuff. This is a laser from Adam Stack that I haven't done a review on yet.
Hey Tim, all your important documents obviously are in some sort of a fire safe. I hope you keep that in the basement in case something ever did happen. And a tornado did come through.
Yeah, I have all this stuff digitized. That's a good idea because it's actually in my closet in my bedroom. So, but yeah, I wanted to pop in really quick, but I got to move all this stuff over to here so we can get the cars in.
All right.
Makers Hub, with regards to what happened to Tim's beard, he got single and he got a new
Yeah, he
girlfriend.
looks good like that. Looks good.
I was originally gonna go clean shaven again, and then she's like, that kind of looks good. Then she's like, that's a look. Remo, oh my God, I'm trying to open the door,
He wants to be with you, is all.
but
Yeah, grow a goatee. Goatee looks good.
his cone, the cone. I can't open the door with the cone in the way. Hi, come on, let's. The cone of shame.
No,
Drop
come
a
on,
bone
man.
in the cone
Come
and
here.
she'll be shaking her head trying to get to the bone.
Yeah.
Come here, Remo, come here. Come here. I know.
He wants to stick with you, is all. That's all it is.
Yeah,
He's not feeling good.
Yeah, he gets very needy.
Yeah.
Come here. Hi.
Hey, Daniel, let me share the link here if you want to come. If anybody wants
So-
to join.
Anyways, I'd love to chat, but I'm gonna go. I gotta put one more purchase order in, and then I gotta go. I gotta go move this stuff around in the garage. So
All right, man.
Well,
Thank you for
Have a great
yourself
day.
Take
safe.
care, Tim.
Be safe.
take it easy, guys.
Oh, by the way,
See you later.
I never came back to you at Morph to get that shirt off you.
Oh no, send me your size. I can get one sent out.
Right.
So all right, later, guys.
Take care, man.
See ya.
So let me take me off full screen. So if anyone's come in,
So,
Team Unicorn, hey, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Have you? Have I? I don't remember. I don't recognize the name. Maybe you
Not
have.
sure.
Yeah. It's
So,
not,
Jerry.
So
I
Phoenix Call, when you unbox that machine, I want to see it.
sure,
You
no
got a new
problem.
printer, I want to see it.
We're
Oh,
setting
Team
up
Unicorn,
the new
remember that.
engineering.
Oh.
We're
Now
not going to
that
set
makes
it up
the world
in
of sense.
Perry. I will give you a full tour. You can see all my machines. You can see everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, Amanda. So I'm going to stop doing Hangouts on YouTube because Twitch is a better place for it anyway for casual stuff. And
YouTube for videos. Yep.
yeah, and I've kind of been half and half for a while. And I've decided, look, it's time to cut and keep YouTube for unboxings, keep YouTube for other short videos I'm doing about like when I do videos, like when I did this laser engraving of my of this cup, right, and so on. So and they're good for YouTube, and then other stuff I'll just do them live on Twitch. So you need since you're on Twitch right now and you're following me, then now I know who it is. But I'm going to do more of this stuff only here, and move off doing stuff on that kind of stuff on YouTube. Well, by the way, I passed
sorry,
800
guys.
subscribers
I
today on
didn't
YouTube.
mean to be flashing for you guys. I don't
Sorry?
know how to fix it.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's okay. So I passed 800 subscribers today, Jerry. on
Oh,
YouTube.
cool.
Nice.
I was just going to say, yeah, make an announcement to everybody. Here's the link right there, Liam.
Good job.
Yeah. So I'm at 800. I'm just over. I'm about 801. I think it is what I reached today. And I got the email saying you've passed 800 subscribers, which is great. I'm more about doing stuff with the community anyway. So I do videos over there, but I like this Twitch interaction because we can do more stuff with the community, and we hang out together. It's more about doing stuff as a group rather than doing it individually. So I like that. That's why I like Twitch. Now, I do have a channel on Twitch that I want you all to follow. And if I haven't already told you about it, I'm reminding everybody about it now. Is that still streaming? Let me verify it's still working. It is. So there's a channel on over there on another channel on Twitch that I created for people who are doing 3D printing for charity. So they call it Charity Makers. Right, so it's twitch.tv/charity makers. And Jerry just kindly posted that link for me. But Printer Prawn, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. And Lou, thank you for the follow. I thought you were already following me, but sorry, you're following the new channel. So the idea of it is anyone who's doing 3D prints for charity. So I know Matt German does a lot of prints for charity. I've started already the Toys for Tots for this year. I've already been.
Well, I spelled it wrong, Matt.
I'm already a couple of bags into doing toys already for the last week or so. I think I've done over 100 toys so far in the last week and a half. Last year I did 1,000 in a space of a few weeks. This year I want to beat that. And the goal behind the channel is if people subscribe, if people get involved with that channel, eventually, if it makes any money, if it ever reaches the part of being like so it can actually monetize, other than paying for StreamYard for the channel, the money that it makes will go to the charity. So if we're doing Toys for Tots, that's where the money will go to. It'll go to IC3D for the Toys for Tots. If the money's if there's other charity stuff that I get involved in, the money that it makes will go to charity. But anything it makes will go to charities. Nothing is going to come other than paying for StreamYard. I don't keep a penny. It'll all go to charity, every single piece of it. That's my whole goal, to try and use it to raise money for charities, where we as makers make stuff for charities. And the logo behind it is charity makers, and it's instead of we're paying it forward, we're making it forward. So that is the mantra.
Good work.
There's no S in it. Oh, okay. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting, and Maker Deck is for anyone doing their own makes, whatever they're doing. This is only for people who are doing stuff for charity. And
How comes, Louise? How comes Matt's name on screen says pictures? He should have his channel name on screen.
Yeah.
And if there's no S, it shouldn't be listed right here. Because I
I
always
wrong.
copy.
I'm sorry.
Whenever I do a shout out, I copy whatever I see on the screen if I don't see them in chat.
So as well as not being able to enunciate the words, he can't spell either.
Yeah, I swear, it's true. I can't spell. I'm sorry, guys.
Now, if I'm typing, it's all right, we're only making fun of you. When I'm typing on text, I always make typos because small screen, big thumbs don't go well together, right? They just do not go well together. And sometimes when I'm driving, it gets it really wrong because I use voice to text when I'm driving. And depending on the mood of Google Voice Translate, sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's not very good. So it has its moments depending on the mood.
Are there free apps for your phone like my Android, where if I want to talk to my neighbor and they're Spanish, I can talk to my phone and
I'll be right back.
Yes, Google Translate will do it.
Okay.
You can speak to it, and you can do the audio option, and it'll tell you. You can even do a camera option with Google Translate. If you see a sign or whatever in a different language, you can hold it up, and it will translate it into English live, real time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So yeah, Google Translate is really good. It's very powerful. I don't think Microsoft Translate is better. You know, Microsoft Translate is basically Google Translate. Everything that Microsoft is doing is web-based now. Like even their web browser, like Edge. Edge is actually Chrome, Google Chromium. It's Edge Chromium is what they call it. So it's all this based on Google. They have gone away from doing a lot of their own stuff.
The guy on YouTube who does all the scientific stuff, where he'll take a black paint that's the blackest on the planet, shine a flashlight in it, and it absorbs 99% of the light. He does lots of cool videos. Well, he has a translate program or an editing program that if he types anything he types out, it will edit his video. In other words, if he says something, the video goes at, and things like that all the time, he can delete it or put in a line. It will change the video and the text, which is really odd. He lists it underneath his last video. But he says, I'm not saying any of this live. He types it all out, and somehow it manipulates the video, too. I don't know how it's done.
Is it Dragon Dictator or something like that?
It's more like
I'm
it
not
just
sure.
puts a layer on top of the video.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. What is it called? A lot of the video conferencing systems today, they will do live dictation as you speak. They will actually put up the text underneath what you're saying on the video real time.
Well, yeah, I see that every day.
Yeah. So, but now, like even this video conferencing that they use in companies now, all do it.
My son told me that I say and certain things a lot in my videos.
Guilty.
I repeat them. Okay.
I do it too.
I do that too.
You can use this program and you can delete them all, so when you watch a video, you don't hear not one of them.
What it is it's the brain having to think, because when you're speaking, the brain has to take a pause to try and figure out what it wants to push out next.
He told me to slow down on talking. You don't need to be constantly talking, Dad. Just slow down, take your time, and if you have dead space, it doesn't matter. It's normal. Anyway,
yeah,
a voiceover usually works the best. Just do something and then edit it, and then put a voiceover in where I need to. Then I put in music where I need to, and then 4 or 5 or 6 hours later, I get it done. and then I get to spend a zillion hours uploading to YouTube, and then I got to do more crap when I get it uploaded.
Yeah, I do a lot. That's pretty cool, Daniel. So I do a lot of video for stuff within work. I'm trying something new because I'm developing something new right now, and I'm trying something new. I'm going to use somebody else who does the voiceovers for me. So I'll do the video, I'll do the demos wherever it is, or I'll go through we create the PowerPoint presentations, and I'll have someone else do a voiceover who does it. They do it professionally, right? That's what they do, really good voiceover. So that's what I'm going to try this time.
Okay. Well, Liam, if you want to try to, you can use Voice Changer by NCH.
Which one?
Voice Changer by NCH software.
No, that's Voice Changer. We're talking about live voice to text.
Well, no, that's what this does. It allows you to import voice profiles, and whatever you speak, it comes out in that particular voice.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, yeah. So what was that link you posted in chat there?
So I'm starting
No.
starting up a new business.
Okay.
And so what it's going to do, it's going to promote content creators, streamers, musicians, authors.
Cool.
For market sales and causes.
Very cool.
So if you want to be part of it, I'll send you the standard service. And since this is a startup, those who are in the beginning won't have to pay any of the fee transfers.
Send on some details. Put together some details on the site, and then we can have a look.
I copied the link. I'll look at it later.
Yeah, I've
got it open on it. I got it on a tab open.
Yeah, so do I. I'll have a look at it later on as well.
Well, if you
Chris don't have a hat on. What the hell? You just get out of the shower. You don't have a ball cap on.
It's too hot for a ball cap, man.
They're all hanging on the door behind him.
That's just some of them.
With Tim's current voice, he should do some voiceovers. Yeah, Tim, VOs for the Nature Channel.
I think I could do that right about now. And the lion sneaks into the woods. He's going to eat the gazelle. Oh, wrong country.
Lemon, and honey and water, or
that just sounds creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, say that. Say, oh yeah.
Kind of sounds like one of those old 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going. I'm going to get kicked off Twitch after this night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Here we go.
Baby, do it to me, baby. Come on, don't stop.
That's
okay. That's just creepy, guys.
Yeah, we're all going to get kicked off.
Liam, I guess I'll see you on the next stream setup that you set up.
Yeah, I'd have to open a new channel next week. Well, I already have a second channel. Maybe I'll just go use that channel instead now at this point. I'm going to get kicked off because of Tim's suggestive tone of voice.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it right now.
Okay, sorry, The Apprentice. No do-overs. Sorry. We don't get paid enough for that. Wait, no. We don't get paid at all for that, so no.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy now?
Yeah, the scanner works pretty well. I mean, I did some prints already. I can show it to you. Hold on.
So that
you can make me laugh.
Camera?
Well, I have the other channel off the pilot. So.
Is that an LRS camera?
Scanning camera, yeah.
Right, but is
the
Creality one, Lizard.
Okay. Not bad. Looks good.
I mean,
yeah, it looks good.
Came out nice, really.
So, Chris, what are you up to?
So what are you going to be
Give me
using
a
it for,
big
Matt?
droid.
For
Ooh,
bicycle
nice.
parts scanning.
Looking good.
That looks
What
nice.
scale?
I'm not sure, Jerry. Whatever the
100%.
100% if
So
that's how
far,
the file came. Okay.
so
Yeah.
far it looks like a 1-to-3 ratio.
No, it's 100% size. That's definitely
Yeah,
100% going with the size of it.
100% can be different. It can be a 1-to-6. It can be 1-to-64.
No,
No,
any
that's
any
1-to-8.
any designer designs any file the way he releases it, whether it's an inch tall or 10 foot tall, that's considered 100%. And then you, the maker, size it up or down to 125, 50%, whatever. But whatever they release
Okay,
it at is considered
that
100%.
that's kind
well,
of
but
interesting
the guy who
because
designed these,
usually,
Michael.
regardless of the print size of the model itself, it usually has a scaling factor for model definitions.
No, but see, the guy who designed these, um, he designs them to be the equal actual size of the models from the movies. So that's 100% scale. That's
Okay,
exactly as the
well
same size as in the movie.
let me put it to you this way. Okay, I did a White Star model for Revell
You, Steve, hey, how are
models,
you?
and it is set at 1-to-1, 1-to-300 scale, which is accurate to the ILM's digital models of what the ship should be if it were really built in real life. So
Yeah. So
the idea is that every 1 inch represents either 100 feet, 300, 200 feet, 300 feet, 65 feet,
I
75
understand that.
feet, and that's
I
the
understand how
scale
scales
level.
work. Okay, but no, I understand how scales work. But you're missing the point. The point is, it's built. It's designed at a one-to-one scale, and if he prints it without resizing it, he's printing it at a one-to-one scale, so it's 100% the actual real size. So what he has there is one-to-one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the real, like in the movies, the size they were in the movie. That's the actual size they were in the movie. The originals were designed. So it's a
You're talking
one-to-one
about
scale.
for filming the models.
No, it's not about the actual model will be if the ones that were used in the original movie, what he's printing is the exact same scale size, one-to-one size. No change
Okay.
in the dimensions.
Okay, Liam. A 1-to-1 scale size of a battleship is probably about 400 feet big.
I
A 3D
understand, but we're
printer is
not talking
not
about a
going to print
battleship. We're
that.
talking about a battle droid, which are
Yes,
the
it
pit
can with
droids.
Sluban.
Yeah, it's the pit droid that he was showing is what we're referring to.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So a 1-to-2 scale is
Half the
yeah,
size.
you mean a 2-to-1, okay, but yeah, but they it's about how many times you either increase it scale like the drawing of it is for every 1 inch represents 2 inch on the drawing or vice versa, right? That's what it comes down to. But this is designed 1-to-1.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going
No,
to
I know about
argue this.
scale. I've done design drawing and stuff, but they don't design the droids in this way. He designs them at 100%. If it's going to be
Okay.
smaller, the actual models, he'll say it's been scaled to 50% or whatever. He does say that, but and he's a
So
good designer. So he does a lot of
he scales
droids.
image rather than scale markings.
Okay. So what else is happening? Hey, Thomas, Maker Viking, how are you, sir?
Hey, Thomas.
Missed you. You should have been at Murph. You should have been at Murph.
So Matt,
And
what?
Stefan was there from CNC Kitchen, and a couple of other guys were there, like Joel Telling and all these guys, and Chris from Chris's Basement. All those guys were hanging out there.
So Matt,
Yeah,
what was the point of buying the 3D scanner? I mean, for what usage are you using it for?
bicycle parts and a few other parts what I'm making.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen you there. You'd have had
All right.
fun.
Looks
So he's
good.
using it for bicycle parts. Yeah, well, you can use a scanner for almost anything. You scan people. You can do whatever you want. You know, they're pretty versatile.
No, I was just wondering what he was planning to
And
manufacture.
yeah,
And
it's an
apparently it's
IR
just for
scanner, right,
whatever.
Matt?
The Creality Lizard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an IR scanner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks nice. Prints very well.
Yeah, he's
so
only had
far-
it less than a week.
Yeah. So 4 days I had it.
Yeah, we could have both given Dan Brio a hard time, Thomas.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't want to go, Thomas, just to meet the people. I don't really care about all the stuff that I already have or know about. It'd be basically just to meet the people in person.
I found it interesting because, like, I went to meet up with other makers and stuff, which is the whole purpose. But when I got there, I was there early, and then a buddy of mine.
Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna go grab a
was there
drink.
as well. Okay, a buddy of mine came along later on, and he was there, and we were walking around together. And every corner I turned, somebody came over and said hi to me. And half of the time, it was someone I did not know, because they knew me from the stream, and I did not know them because they haven't been on screen with me. I don't know their face, right? Like if Chris was there, I'd have known Chris, or if Jerry or any of you guys were there, I'd know you because I've met you. Like we've seen each other face to face on camera.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to wear a shirt that says Jerry 3DHP. You'd probably recognize.
You wouldn't, because people would know you, right? Because you're on stream. You've been hanging out on streams for so long.
They go, look, there's the bald alien, the fat dude. There he is.
Well, I walked around corners and people came up and they said hi, Liam. And I went, "Do I know you?" And I said, "I'm so and so from the stream." And I went, "Oh, right," because like they have never jumped on camera with me, and I have people who recognize me. And the guys who were walking around with me turned around and says, "How does it feel to be like?" They said it must feel weird walking around and having everybody, people walking up to you you've never met before, come up and saying hi, because it was. It was really cool actually. For people to come up and say hi. Some, as I said, some whose face I know, some I didn't know. Like Sergio, I met. Sergio said I grabbed him by the neck. I didn't really grab him by the neck, but he came around a corner and I saw him. I was hanging out by Tim at TH3D's table, or that area, and Sergio came around the corner and I went over and grabbed him and said hi.
Hey, everybody, Astro Printer went in the bathroom. Let's corner him and say hi. And then we sit down.
I don't know if I want to go next year now.
Well, it's kind of weird to have.
Jerry, you got to go next year, man. You got to go.
Yeah,
if you go, I'll go.
Liven up the room.
If you go, I'll go, man.
Yeah. So like it was kind of weird to have people who know you that you don't know them to come up to you.
Yeah, I told Tripod I'd do that from a distance. He goes, well, yeah, what's pretty loud in there? I said, well, I can talk pretty loud, Tripod.
Well, I can too, because I used to be a drill instructor, so
yeah,
I know how to work my voice. Sorry?
Me?
Yes,
Just printing some polycarbonate PET G parts for the 2.4 build.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Liam? You got any new projects other than the
I've
ones
started Toys for Tots already. I have 3 printers going right now for doing Toys for Tots. So I have the Bell printer and 2 of my IDEX, and I'll probably be adding another IDEX for tomorrow. Let me show you. So in the last week and a half, this is how many toys I've done.
What are they?
These are all in the Bell printer, and these are on the IDEX in the last day or 2.
Okay, my
Are you
question
running
is,
the
so
belt
what are
printer
they?
24/7?
The silver ones are these little. Sorry, Tim. 1 second. Are these little chameleons?
All right.
And
it's a little small on my screen.
Ones
Make yourself big.
Flexible dolphins.
Those little chameleons look small enough for a little kid to choke on. What are they connected
to? Apparently they've been approved. So these are little Flex Factory Flexi dolphins.
They give the little chameleons to the bad kids.
So,
You're going to be doing all sorts of fish.
So I'll be adding
You
another
got my
printer
sense
probably
of humor.
tomorrow or the day after to do more toys like this. I'm waiting on them to announce any new toys. They haven't announced them yet, but they might be adding more toys this year or different models. Before I do anything big, because the flexibles are always going to be used, these small ones. But I'm waiting to see what's happening with any of the larger models, because I did some trains. Like these were I did a lot of these last year.
Cool.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Do you do any planes?
No planes, no. So I have them. I have them with the kind of a purple body and blue and the blue wheels, and then I just put the wheels from this one onto this one. So I have a handful of those done, 2 or 3 of them done.
Yeah.
I
Or
think I'll
Liam,
reach
what's
out
the,
see if I can get Marvel to give me the copyrights to their characters.
They won't do that. They make too much money. They won't do that. Not a chance. That's their cash cow.
No, for charity works, they do all sorts of things.
No, I don't think so. So what were you asking, Tim?
I'll reach out.
Are you running the belt printer 24/7?
24/7, nonstop.
Nice.
You need to actually burn it in. Actually, you need to run material through it to get the like for the first few prints. Some of them stuck, some of them didn't. They didn't do very well, and I had to slow the speed all the way down to set to 70%, and to get it to eventually start sticking. But now I'm running at 100% speed. But even then, a belt is slower than a normal printer anyway.
And how are you monitoring your filament? Like, are you using 1 kilogram rolls?
Right now, I've just finished a 1 kilo on this, and I've recently put on. I want to use up the small spool, so I recently put on a 0.25, and I'm going to use that up. It's the same material. I'm just putting a kilo spool in it. It has filament run out, and it has even got clog detection as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but it's been going non-stop now, and I'm just pumping out parts.
I shared a screen if you want to pull it up while you're talking about
thank you. So that is this is my charity makers channel that I created, and when everybody gets going doing the Toys for Tots, others will start streaming on there. Then the others are waiting, but I'm streaming there on my own right now. But once others get into it, they'll start streaming there. But it's basically streaming. Charity is the channel is designed for people who are doing 3D prints for charity, and eventually, if it ever starts making money, if it ever does.
If anybody is looking at my followed channels, that top one that's got 4,400 watching, she's a porn star. That's why she has so many people watching her. She plays games and stuff. That's if you happen to see it on the screen.
Oh, tell her to send some people over to my channels.
Yeah, really.
But
I don't know if you'd want them kind of people following you.
That's a nice looking print.
Yeah, it's coming out really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Tripod.
Hey, John. So that's good. So the idea is that, as I said, is to bring in to show people who are doing charity stuff, charity printing, so they can show what they're doing, just like MakerDeck, but just for charities only. And I said, if it makes any money, the money will go to charity. And right now, until up to the end of this year, it'll be going to Toys for Tots.
Hey, Milan.
Hey, Milan, how are you? So that is the whole goal. And other guys who are on the IC3D Discord are interested in streaming. They just haven't started printing yet. So when they do, hopefully we'll start getting more and more people out there printing. But Matt has said he's already interested because he does a lot of charity prints. So he can stream out there as well. Mr. Travis, how are you, sir?
Hey.
Liam, if I get my stuff up and running by Monday, I'll see what I can do to help you out.
For which? For Toys for Tots?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, IC3D said, I was talking with the guys at Murph, and they said to run Toys for Tots this year, they need to raise about $30,000. So that's a lot of money.
Okay.
And like that's to cover, like, because they're supplying a lot of filament, and that's to cover that, and transportation costs and all this kind of stuff, right? To get the goods shipped back to them. Now, for me, it's not a problem because I'm going to volunteer to be a hub in Michigan this year. So, and what I'll probably do is I'll just, when people send stuff to me, I'll just drive down to Columbus. It's a 4-hour drive. Go down there, leave there early on Sunday, take a day off, whatever, drive down, and offload the toys on there.
Liam, throw out some points.
Oh, there's no points? Oh,
I don't know. Bang, add points all, and then however much you want to throw out Astro Bucks.
So, Liam, do you have their promo for their promotions that they need to do for sponsorship?
Not yet. No,
I have a lot of friends who are in particular fields that tend to give to charity. For example, Martha Carr, I don't know if you know who she is. She's an author. And for children in Dallas, Texas, in Austin, and Houston, she donates several $1,000,000 to feed the children.
Well, IC3D, if she wants to reach out to IC3D printers, as I said, they need about 30 grand for what they're saying for Toys for Tots. But if that channel makes any money, that's where the money will go to them, because that's what I'm printing. Me and others who will be on that channel will be, or most of us will be printing for this year. And last year we had 450. I think it's 450 or 460 makers, and we made 69,000.
What's this noise in the background?
Someone's mic's too close to a power source.
But we had 69,000 toys printed last year, and we did it in about 12 weeks. So that's a lot of work. And this year, I did 1,000. I want to beat that number, my own number this year for sure. So my goal is to maybe do 1.5 to 2,000 if I can. Now I have more time. I'm not starting in September. I'm starting now in July. So hopefully, as long as I don't run into material shortages, which I need to start working on to try and get some material donations, like filament donations, my goal is to try and hit about 2,000 toys this year if I can. Hopefully.
That'll work.
Hopefully. Well, my 1,000 toys last year was 40 spools of filament.
Well,
right?
If I can help you, Liam, I'm more than willing to help you.
Yeah, and 38 of those 40 spools, 2 spools came from IC3D, because I was kind of newish to the program. Matt and a few other guys who won filament donated it to me, so I used their filament. A lot of it was like Focus PLA Plus, and then I got a couple of other spools from a few other companies, but the vast majority of it was my own material. This year, I'm hoping not to use all my own material and try and get companies to, if I can, to donate 10 spools or 5 to 10 spools every here and there to feed the printers, you know.
Well, Liam, send me a link to Amazon for the spools that you want, and I'll see if I can have extra money, and I'll give them to you.
Say that again?
I don't know what spools, what PL or whatever you're using.
PETG is better. PETG is better. I haven't tested PETG in the belt printer yet, but PETG is a better material. It's a bit slower to print, but you get stronger parts out of it. So yeah, guys, if you want to do the gamble is working and so on. That's actually working in chat. Drop for some reason is not working again today. Jerry had problems with it Saturday. It's not working for me today. For some reason.
Keep resetting it, I guess, and messing with it while you're streaming, and maybe it'll start working.
Hopefully. Let's see. That looks good. Let's see if we can get a drop going, guys. Do drop, see if it works. At least one of you. Let's see if it works. The capture. I'm yelling. Nope, not kicking in. And it's set up right. I don't know why. It's intermittent. They seem to be having problems with it recently. So, is anybody else doing plans to do Toys for Tots this year?
Do you have a mic set close to printer?
A which?
Set close to printer.
Mute yourself, Tim, please, for a second.
No, it's probably picking up the vibration on the table, is what my guess is.
Here, I'll turn the gain down.
No, that's just what I was wondering what it is.
So speak, Tim. See if we can still hear you.
You might be able to. You might not be able to.
No, we can't hear you. No. So just put it back up. It's fine.
We can hear you talk really low. Liam's just talking loud.
Okay.
So yeah, and is anybody else doing planning to do Toys for Tots this year? Anybody in this here in the US? It's US only, so nobody. I know a couple of people who are showed interest at Murph. So we're probably going to get some additions. We're probably going to breach the 500 mark on makers this year. I'm guessing maybe even close to 600 mark of makers, which is good. You might, John. Great. That's great. Somebody in your area will probably be a regional hub, so you can actually deliver the toys to them when you print them. There's a spreadsheet. When they get going, there'll be a spreadsheet to keep track of it all. We update the spreadsheet as we add numbers, as we for the models and so on. I've started printing some of last year's models because they said they'll take them anyway, and they'll probably reuse the ones that we've already got. So from last year they said, but there'll probably be some new models added this year. Chris, the next show will be doing a live stream tomorrow about DI Pro. Oh, that's tomorrow morning at that's 6 a.m. our time, isn't it? John, is that 6 a.m. our time? I think it's really early our time. It's happening, I believe. I saw the notice. I saw the post about it.
Okay, guys, I'll keep you guys
like me?
updated on my engineering project. I'm
Okay.
getting a bounce right now.
All right, so make sure you send us details on your printer.
Yeah, no
All
problem.
right,
Have a
man.
great night.
Have a good
Take
one.
care. Have a wonderful
Okay,
night.
guys.
See you later.
Ciao.
See ya.
So, Milan, if you want to do it, just keep an eye on the IC3D Printers website, ic3dprinters.com. They haven't posted the sign up for this year yet, but they should be posting it soon. They said they're going to get it started this month, so they just got back from Earth. They want to take a sharp reader before they get into it. The time for the live stream is 6 p.m. Okay. All right, 6 p.m. then. But that's the Pacific time, so that's 9 o'clock my time. Okay. 9 p.m. That's even better. So I will be watching that then for sure. But they if you just watch their website, Milan, and you eventually it's under About Us, I believe, and you'll see it'll pop up in there. You'll see Toys for Tots 2022. When you go there, you'll have a link where you can sign up for it, or you can always, if you're on their website, there is a person. You'll see a person there called Maria on the About Us again. She's the coordinator. If you message Maria and ask her to include you in the distribution list for Toys for Tots, if you want to be part of it, when it goes live for 2022, she'll send a notice to you via email. So, but it's a fun cause. I enjoyed doing it last year. Like I was not by in no way, shape, or form the largest number of prints. There's people out there who did easily twice the number of prints I did last year. Some of them have faster machines. Some of them have like Vorons and so on, where they can print really, really fast, or rat rigs and stuff like that. So, but we do what we do, right? We do whatever we can do just to help. It's all about making it forward, right? We don't pay it forward, we make it forward, all right?
Yep.
So,
I know a guy with a rat rig.
Yeah, so do I. And he's not using it. He's sitting here on screen and he's not using it.
The gentleman in center square.
He might have a secret commission going on it. He can't show you.
It could be.
Yeah, you should print toys and send them down to us.
Yeah, I've been looking for your pictures all this time, Liam. I know I deleted them. Your stuff from last year. I kept them for a long time, then I deleted them. I thought I put them on my other drive.
They're on my. Let me find the one on my phone. I have a photograph on my phone.
Send me the one on your phone sometime from last year. That way I can throw it in my streams, and when we're talking about it, I can pull it up on.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
You're looking for the new X tool engraver, Chris? You know, R4 came out with a brand new engraver too. The Laser Master 3. They just announced it. Let me see if I can find a photograph from toys from last year. 1 second. I know I have it on my phone somewhere. It's buried in here. I have to scroll through lots and lots and lots of stuff to get it. So one moment. I use my phone an awful lot for photographs. Because I have a DSLR, but I don't use it for I use it for astrophotography because it's been modified, so I can't use it for normal land-based photography. It won't work. Okay, yeah. So let me come around here and show you close to the camera.
Why don't you make yourself big on screen?
Because I'm lazy, Jerry.
Duh. Duh.
Has 1,000 toys. So that's what I shipped out to last year. So I want to do more this year.
Well, you want a bone? Another one?
You're not asking me that, Jerry. I don't want a bone. No, thank you. They're not my type.
This channel's going to get shut down.
I know it's going to be.
Oh no, they can go pretty far. If you
Not with dog bones.
Who wants a bone?
The 20-watt version, which is 5-watt diodes. Yeah, I like. There's more. There's others starting to do that as well now.
Where's Sandy Boo?
Are you going to get the version? Are you going to get it with the blue, the infrared laser as well? For engraving metal, Chris. It looks like you have one of those, Jerry. Didn't you get one of those for review, John? The new D1 or the 20-watt version? I guess I'm assuming the laser head alone, and that's going to cost about $300 or $400.
I'm getting pretty burned out on doing reviews.
I'm not kidding. I haven't gotten any in a while now. It's everything's going to slow down because the cost of shipping has got ridiculous.
I'm not to the point where companies contact me. Rarely, once in a while, but it's always for Mickey Mouse stuff. Nothing, Other people I got to track them down, and anyway,
Yep.
you know how it works.
Yeah.
I added another Ender 5 Plus to my corral from a guy, and it was going to cost me $211 for him to mail it to me from Kentucky, which is, for me, is about an hour and a half drive.
Just drive there and pick it up.
But how much for gas?
Yeah, how much it costs? The gas cost?
Here it's $4 1/4, I think. It's truck.
No way.
Yeah,
that's good.
So yeah, I mean I would rather just drive down there. I mean, I know it ain't gonna cost me $200 and some in gas. Plus, I mean, I'd rather just go down there and get it.
Why don't you rent the car for a day? And I'll give it to you with a full tank of gas.
Yeah, but you got to take it back on a full tank too.
Yeah, but still, it's a smaller car. If you use a small car, not a truck, the amount of fuel you use will be half that or less. And it
Chris Travis,
top it off.
I have a referral link, and I'm sure Tripod also has a referral link to X Tool that would help either one of us out.
Yeah, 1,600 is a lot of money for a diode laser. Like for 1,600, you can get a fiber. I get a 10-watt fiber.
And John has that one fiber, so he could weigh in on that real heavily. But it's like an FDM printer. At some point, a diode to diode to diode. I mean, they're only slightly different. They can go up in power. They have minor little features. Most of them are worthless. But, the X Tool is a great laser. It's my favorite laser. But the other ones aren't bad either. So,
Yeah, like the Mr. Carve, the M1, which is the one that John had, which was the fiber-based laser, right? They had a galvo. Now they're coming out with the M3, which is basically the same setup, but they're having a diode laser head or the infrared laser head on the M3. You can have the option with both of them, and the infrared will do metals, and that is like the normal, like the other 400 by 400 style, or maybe around that size. So they are actually moving toward bringing diodes, like metal engraving lasers, right, for a desktop, rather than using a galvo. Galvos are great because they can engrave really fast, but your area of work is very small. Whereas by putting them on the open frame, it does increase the danger because you're dealing with a way more powerful laser. But if you use a bit of common sense, I know it's not very common, but use common sense and be safe about how you set it up and have fume extraction and never leave it alone. I have 2 fire extinguishers in this room just because I have my lasers and stuff are here. So I'll take the precautions and just never leave it alone, and they're being fantastic tools. If you walk away from it,
Have a camera monitoring it if you're in another room. That way you can keep an eye on what's going on.
I don't even do that. I never leave the room. If I ever leave this room, there's always somebody else here instead. My son or my mom.
I've done laser work and CNC work in the garage, but I have StreamYard open with the camera looking at it, and then I can be in there on my computer on another monitor. I can see what's going on, so I don't have to stand in my garage for 8 hours. So, as long as you're monitoring it, you're good.
You're talking wood carving versus burning. I don't think I'd leave a laser burning.
Well, no, I'm watching it on my camera full screen, just like we're chatting here.
Right.
I have it on another monitor and I can see it. If anything goes wrong, I can be out there in 10 seconds, and nothing's going to go wrong.
Well, that case.
Well, I mean, if something went wrong, I just go, through my kitchen by the front door, and there's my garage right outside. So,
well, someone posted a picture on on the Congo site. Now, the Congo laser, I use it all the time. It is in that enclosure right now. I use that to engrave this. Right, came out really lovely. That's on my 3D printed chuck rotary. Right, it came out really good. But there was somebody posted on the Congo site recently. I was sure it showed their laser had all burned up, the laser head itself, and the workpiece had actually caught fire on their Z1 laser. Right, so saying nothing will ever happen is not true. Chances are it can happen. You just have to be ready for it. But Congo were so good. They turned around and says, "Send me your original order number. We'll replace the laser head for you." That was really good of them, right? Most other companies will say, "Well, you burnt it. You weren't taking caution. You have to buy a replacement," right? And they were really good.
If you're on social a lot, or you do videos or live stream, whatever, and a company tells you no, as you know, you can say, "Okay, fine, let's do a video about it and explain what happened." And then they're going to bend over backwards to make you happy, and that usually happens also.
He did well. He just posted a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, take care, Sergio. Good night.
Take care, Sergio.
See you, Sergio.
He just posted a picture, and without even asking anything, he just said this will happen. So he said, "Guys, never leave your laser alone." He just
I'm so irritated by this Big Tree Tech board. I want to scream, but it cost me $80, like I say, and then I get it all hooked up, ready to go. Putting clipper on it last night, and then I went to flash the micro SD card, and it won't go in the board. It's like, son of a blankety blank. So,
yeah. Whatever happened to that kid printer that you had a disaster with? Did they ever reach out to you about that at all?
Kid printer?
No.
The one, the fire starter.
Threw it in the garbage, tore it apart, threw it in the garbage. There was not even scrap parts worth keeping. So,
I think it's hot in. The set screw is loose on the throat, and it just kind of fell apart on it, is what I think caused it.
Tim, do you remember I did a live unboxing of that, and I had problems with it?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I told him, and this was months and months and months ago, and ever since, I told him, it's trash. It's really bad. So they sent me another one, and it's never left the box.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad that the screw was loose and the hot end fell off, because that showed it was dangerous, because it should have shut off.
Yeah.
Right.
So I still have it here. And here it shall stay. So when everyone says, "What is the worst printer you ever came across?" I'll go,
"Yep,
this."
Point them to the video.
And if you want to see it catch on fire, go check out Tim's video.
There was an ad for one that they were advertising. It's called Toy Box, and it's almost identical to that one you had.
It could be the same company.
And I started to link that video in that, but I thought, somebody might get mad. And And
I think the same.
So
I think
Oh
the
no,
same
let's
printers
not hurt
put out
nobody's
under different
feelings.
names.
Yeah, well, I don't care about hurting people's feelings. So the printer, I'll show it to you again.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
focus
think-
printer, that the foldable printer. I had a clog on it one day, so I pulled out the nozzle, put in another nozzle, snugged it up like I've done 1,000 times on all my printers. Started to print, and the whole hot end fell off on the bed while I was trying to print. It's like kind of like what happened to Tim. And the set screw came loose on the throat. And when I cranked the nozzle up all the way, it pushed the PTFE up through the top of the throat, which because the set screw wasn't tight, it pulled the throat down.
Exactly.
Mm.
So this is the worst printer I've ever been sent to review.
A litter
And this-
box.
This is the second one, right? They sent one to Tim. Tim had one. He did an unboxing. He was printing it. He walked away because he got called upstairs. And while it was printing, the hot end fell apart, and it didn't even have a thermal runaway option on it. And what happened? You could see the heater cartridge glowing red.
Yeah, that's what's going on with
It
Tim.
almost started a fire in his house. There was people in chat yelling at him, and I did the unboxing way before.
I saw it.
It was a problem. But people were messaging him. People were reaching out to him on Facebook and everything, saying, "Get downstairs! You're about to burn your house down."
I used to know a guy that I'm related to through marriage, and he has some enders, and I think it's CR10, and he only prints when he's off on the weekends. His wife will not allow him to let a printer run overnight, and he's had printers for 2 or 3 years now, and he will not print unless he's there to watch it because she's afraid he's going to burn the house down. But if you have thermal runaway enabled on a Creality printer, it will shut down. And chance of something going wrong while you're not home are 1 in a billion. It's very rare that would ever happen.
Well,
I've never had a problem throughout all the years I've had printers running, and I ran 24/7. When I've been retired usually most of the time. Actually, the whole time I've been retired, but I've never had a problem ever with a printer.
there's what happened with Tim's one.
Yeah.
And then, well, we'll get to that part where the hot end
Yes.
falls right off.
Yeah, it snaps the hot right there. It snaps it all.
The hot end
Look at
comes
that.
off, and you can see that there's that orange is the heater cartridge glowing hot.
And
Did
you'd
your
think
phone
some
blow
sort
up,
of
Tim,
thermal-
with people PMing you and going ding, 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 ding?
And you would think that some sort of thermal runaway would have kicked in long ago.
It should have, yeah.
Yeah.
And look what it did to the bed.
If the wires got broke, it would kick in. If the throat is just laying, the nozzle's laying sideways, it's not going to throw air.
It should because the thermistor and the cartridge are not agreeing with what it's seeing.
Yeah.
That's how thermal runaway works. It actually says we're giving power, and we're not registering any temperature change. So there's a problem. It's either not heating, or it's heating to the point that it won't stop. So that's what they have to be work. They work in tandem. That's why you.
Yeah, the heater and the thermistor are working in tandem, but the throat is not in the hot end. It's laying there sideways, so they're still doing their job and heating up, and it gets hotter and hotter.
They're not.
It eventually breaks the wire.
No, do you see that orange thing to the corner of the bottom corner where Tim is highlighting? That is a thermistor. That is
Right
the heater
there.
cartridge on its own dangling out or getting hot. So the thermistor is not registering anything heating up, even though that's on. If thermal runaway was enabled, it would have sensed no temperature change while that was on and would have saying thermal runaway or thermal failure, and it should have shut the machine down. And it didn't. They were actually independent of each other, so that the thermistor was registering the temperature of the room, while the heater cartridge was trying to heat, and there was a sense no changes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's dangerous. So, greatest piece of crap ever.
Yeah. It was.
The brand is called. They're a toy making company. It's.
All right, guys, I'm gonna say good night. See you all.
Lion SSL. So it's okay, Matt. Good night.
Have a great night, Matt. Take care.
Good night, Matt.
It's LONENESSL. LONENESSL. Intelligent, 80 by 80, fast, safe, stable.
Safe.
Horseship. Sorry, I don't swear very often on channel. Horseship.
And they pushed it. They pushed it as a
Kids printer.
printer for kids. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that being in a
If you want
kid's
your
room?
kids to burn your house down? Buy this
Can you
printer.
imagine that being in a kid's room? A kid would not know what to do.
I agree. All right, Chris, take care. Yeah, it's a terrible pile of crap.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it happened because it's a good warning to everybody.
Yeah, I told him it was a piece of trash. Well, I told him you should not be selling this. I don't know how they got a license to sell it in the States because it's.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're selling it as a toy. That's how they got it. Like, in all fairness, how can you say it's a kid's printer when the nozzle prints at 200 degrees?
Yeah.
That's not for kids. It's like telling your kids, go play
Here
with
you go.
the
Here's
oven.
what Liam says that printer is. If anyone didn't hear what he said, he'll share this picture here.
That's probably about right.
This is what he said the printer was.
Yep.
That's about it. Yeah, no, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but like, you know, as I said, when it has a hot end that reaches 200 degrees or 210. How can you say it's for kids when the kid can put their hand in there at 210 degrees and burn themselves?
Yeah.
It's like telling your kid, turn on the oven to 200 degrees and go play with the oven. What's the difference? Right? You just
210 Celsius is not Fahrenheit, so yeah, it's hot as an oven.
It's centigrade, so
yeah.
So yeah, that's yeah, best to avoid. Tiny. I've heard of tiny machines, and I've heard they have okay printers.
Yeah,
really small,
they go through everything and they put their firmware on it. They go through 100%, rebox them up, sell them. They're based out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah, not these guys. These guys are just trash.
There are some good, safe little printers out there. So
the end, like, for the same price as that, you can get an Ender 2 Pro.
Exactly.
Ender 2 Pro is a good machine. Right? It's a safe machine. It's got thermal runaway on it. It's an easy to use. It's easy to level. It's the same build volume as a Prusa Mini. It's easy to set up. What's the other ones that you have, Tim? That's like that.
King Rune KP3S.
King Rune, yeah, that's right, yeah. A 12 to 13-year-old, if you give them that machine, they'd laugh at you as a 3D printer. You buy them, you get them the Ender 2 Pro instead. Bigger build volume, safer machine. I would say a normal, 12 to 13, a normal FDM. So the as I said, the Ender 2s, the King Runes would be a good machine. They're sub $200 machines that are reliable. Hotter than generally use your oven. I've never cooked. Depends what you're cooking, Louise. I often run my oven at about 200 degrees, depending what you're making. Like, but I do
350 to 375 for almost everything that goes in the oven. If you're baking a cake, it's 350. Most things you're cooking are at 375.
Yeah,
pizza is usually 375. I cook a lot.
Yeah, I bake. I like to bake.
I bake. As of a few days ago, I've cut back on my baking, but I'm trying to lose weight. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I do some baking. I do scones and stuff like that. I do cakes, but I don't do an awful lot of them, but I do some. But I don't eat sponge cakes, but I'll make them for others, like jelly rolls and stuff like that. I make those, but I'm not a big fan of them myself.
Jelly rolls?
What you call them? Jelly rolls, right?
Yeah, that's one of those words people might mispronounce. Jelly.
Jelly
belly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us here.
Yep. Proud
but no, I do stuff like that. But I like fruitcakes. I know I'm a bit of a fruitcake myself. Come on, guys. You're not saying I'm crazy. Come on.
You're walking into that.
I know. That's why I said I'd get ahead of you. But I do like. I prefer a fruitcake over than a sponge cake. I don't like sponge cakes. I'm not.
Did you get your turkey dinner in a can, right? Where it's all layered up like
no turkey. I bake the turkey at Thanksgiving.
I've never bought one of those cans. I'd like to buy one, see if they're any good, where it's got everything all in one can.
Yeah.
What do you like, SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Hey, there's Kieran.
Kieran Clark, hey
Kieran.
man.
How you doing?
He must not be on
Kieran.
Maker Deck duties right now.
Hi, Kieran. Come on in, big boy.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
I
that
do,
man ever sleep.
So, Kieran, do you want to join us? I don't know if you're in the office or not. You probably are. But if you want to join, or anybody else wants to join, there is a link. You are welcome to come in. This is a hangout for all makers. As long as you behave yourself better than we do on
And if
stream,
you
we're
have
good.
clothes on.
Oh, sorry. As long as you behave yourself better than Kieran, because that's a really low bar. So
Poor Kieran.
he's used to it. Don't worry, Tim.
I know that.
Maple bacon will clear that right up. Kieran says, Tim.
Maple bacon. Yeah.
Why would you do that to bacon?
Well, I don't like maple bacon. I just like plain old bacon.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I like maple flavored baked beans.
Yeah.
What?
There you go.
What is wrong with you?
I went to a local tavern this morning called Timbers down the road. I had to go by Walmart and buy some Monster Energy drinks because I forgot to get them yesterday. So I called up Timbers while I was in Walmart and I ordered a club sandwich. I haven't had one there in a couple of years. I love club sandwiches. The way the bars make them, they're stacked up and cut, cut in sections.
Yeah, but
And what did you do weird? Because after last week, nothing you eat will surprise me.
that's to you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have one of those small ovens I use a lot.
Oh, the Miracle Whip and stuff, Tim?
Oh, yeah. After that, nothing will surprise me when you say you've eaten it. So I'm thinking, like, what on your club sandwich? Did you put some Vegemite or maple or?
No, I just ate it.
Oh, okay.
And then I ate half the fries, threw them in the fridge, warmed them up in the air fryer. Then I made a grilled cheese in a skillet, put 2 pieces of American cheese on it. Then I had a grilled cheese and the fries later. And then I gave the dogs a bunch of the fries.
Those air fryers are great. They sure beat using a microwave.
Well, I
Oh,
have.
yeah.
They beat using oil, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have one of those mini. I have a big oven, but I have one of those small countertop ovens as well.
Mm.
It's an air fryer option. on it.
Toaster oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, the toaster ovens, and we've noticed like we there's only 3 of us in the house, right? And during the day, most of the time I just doing something for myself, half time, right? We have noticed a significant drop in our electrical bill because we're not.
Yeah,
using
air
the
fryers
energy
use a lot less power than an oven.
I used to deep fry stuff a lot, but now I can just throw it in the air fryer. I don't need to deep fry at all.
Well, we haven't deep fried in. Oh, I can't
Well,
remember.
when I buy fresh fish or frozen fish and I batter it, I throw that in oil on the stove. I don't use my deep fryer. I got a couple of them out in the garage. Got a basket, and one's a Emerald Lagasse, and anyway, it's on the shelf in the closet in the shed garage. Shed's out back, garage is connected to the house.
Well, we haven't deep fried stuff. The nearest we come to deep frying is there is a Filipino dish called lumpia, which is we got audio feedback. Okay, but and lumpia is basically it's a really thin pastry wrapper, and inside it you have meat and vegetables and so on. And you make it. It's like a spring roll for all the word, right? But it's actually mostly meat. It's called lumpia Shanghai. It's a Filipino dish, and it's really good. And with those, you put maybe a 1/4 inch of oil in the pan, and that's the closest we come to deep frying because you have to fry them.
How do you like dead baby chickens? What are they called, balut or something like that?
Balut.
You like those too?
Let's put it this way: balut is an acquired taste, and they're not chicken; they're ducks.
Okay.
It's normally duck egg.
All right.
It's an 8-week-old duck egg, so it's 1 week before it's hatched.
Yuck.
And they're cooked, and then you eat them straight out of the shell. So yeah, well, like we have a thing in Ireland that we often have for breakfast. We call it pudding. Now, so what you call pudding, and what we call pudding, are completely different. So your pudding is what you have at the end of your meal. It could be a custard pudding, or it could be it's some form of dessert, right? In Ireland, and they do it in the same term in the UK as well. Pudding is congealed pig blood mixed with the fat from the pig.
Yeah, I've seen Ramsay talk about Yorkshire
good.
pudding or something. It's like, what in the hell is that?
It's fantastic. And so what you do is it comes like a sausage, and you slice it and you fry it and you have it for breakfast. Man, it's the best thing in the world. Like a lot of foreigners come over to Ireland and they'd stay in like B&Bs and smaller hotels would often have it. Even the big hotels would have it. And you get it and you'd have it. And would I ever have was like in the UK or in Ireland and I had foreigners there, I'd always say, eat it first. I'll tell you what it is afterwards. And they'll likely end up getting it every single day, even though they find out after the first day what it really is. It actually tastes really good. Yeah, that's black pudding. Yes, Louise. So yeah, and it's fantastic. Slice it up, fry it. Have it with sausage and bacon or whatever you want for your breakfast. It's really good. Oh, you had bad stuff if you had it at a resort. I don't know where that resort was.
Well, the same with any food. You could have a bad experience and say, "Well, I'm never trying that again." But you just had a bad version of the dish, and there might be a right version out there where you love it. So,
like
that happened to me with salmon.
Haggis, if it's cooked right, it tastes fantastic. If it's properly cooked and seasoned the right way, haggis tastes great. But a lot of people think with haggis, it's a sheep's stomach stuffed with its innards and minced up and stuff.
I've had some lamb before that made my gag reflex. Honest to God, when I smelled it and went to bite into it, I almost threw up. But then I've had other lamb, like little pork chops that were awesome. But I've had some that really something about the odor. It just made me want to heave right there.
Here in Michigan, in the Dearborn area, which is about 40 minutes drive from where I live, roughly, is the largest Muslim community outside of the Middle East. It's in the world. Outside of the Middle East, it's the largest community, right? Almost, I would say, the vast majority of the population of Dearborn are Islamics, but they have they have lots of their restaurants there. The food is fantastic. And talking about lamb, they do a lamb rice where they actually put the rice inside the lamb, and when they cook the whole lamb, and then when it's done, they scoop out the rice, and you get the meat, and they chop up the meat and mix it with the lamb, and you eat it as a dish. I can't remember the name of it, but it's so good.
Yeah, it was lamb I was talking about.
They only do it for special occasions, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's like gas station sushi. Doesn't taste anything like that.
Oh no, God, no!
Sushi.
I've had sushi in Japan, and I'm telling you, it's an art form over there, right? I mean, and I've had sushi here in some places, and there's some good places, some bad places. Like there's some Japanese places not far from me, and their food is really good because they take really good care. But in Japan itself, yeah, it's an art form.
I like Crown Prince smoked oysters in a can. Put them on a cracker, and they're really good. But I've had some bad brands before that were really disgusting. I'm thinking, if this is the first time I've ever tried it, I'm never going to try them again.
I can't eat shellfish. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I can't eat any shellfish.
And I like making oyster soup. Buy a couple cans of oysters. I dump them in milk with butter and salt and pepper and heat it up. Throw a bunch of crackers in it in my bowl and have oyster soup. I love it.
Oh, steak and kidney. Steak and kidney is really good too. It's a really good. It's a good pudding as well. It's more of a pie though. The steak kidney pie.
We are on the cooking channel, everybody.
Yeah, we've more from the 3D
printing channel. Anyway. Lord, it's making me hungry.
What's that one called?
Just finished.
What's that one called? It's a something pudding that you get with roast beef. And it's like a little round bread, but it's called something pudding. I don't remember. Anyway,
Yorkshire
pudding. First time I ever heard of it,
good.
I thought I was actually getting a pudding.
Yeah, a lot of Americans do. A lot of foreigners do.
And it's like, and I was like, what the heck is this? That's worse than dumplings.
Yeah, Yorkshire pudding is kind of good.
Chips or French fries, same thing.
Yeah. You have Yorkshire pudding instead of having another starch like potato or something else in it.
Right.
You have that in instead.
Because it's very light and fluffy.
It is, yeah. It's very, very light. It's baked in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're good. But yeah, it's the taste as you go around the world, and as you said about sushi in a gas station, man, don't ever eat sushi in a gas station. Are you insane? Do you have any idea how long that's there?
I like making tapioca pudding from scratch on the stove, but it's a pain and messy to make.
It's good.
I love tapioca pudding.
I don't think I've had tapioca pudding.
If you buy it out of the store, it's like vanilla pudding with a couple little bits in it of the tapioca. But if you make it, it's a lot better.
This is
And
going to
eating it
sound
warm is
rude.
key. Eating it warm is a key. Don't eat it cold.
This is going to
Better
sound
warm.
rude by its name, but it's actually it's a dish, a dessert dish that they sell in Spain. It's served in Spain. It comes from the Catalan region of Spain, right?
You're a good girl.
And it's basically like a creme fraiche or like a custardy type of stuff, but it's coated with a hard glass and of sugar crust on top. Call it Catalan cream. Man, that stuff I would eat it all day long. It's so good, and you only get in the Catalan region. So I spent a lot of time in around the Barcelona area in Valls, which is about an hour south of Barcelona for work, and Catalan cream, man, the small restaurant there, they serve the best. And there was one restaurant that I went to a few times. Actually, I try to go there if I ever go back. It's actually right down on the edge of a cliff. It's the restaurant is built on the edge of a cliff, right? And actually down the side of it. And the owner of the restaurant is a fisherman. So the meal of the day is what it is. The special of the day is whatever he caught. He goes out fishing in the morning, and that whatever you get served, the special of the day is what he caught that day.
Wow, nice.
So it's as fresh as you can get it. It's really good.
I love a good creme brulee.
It's a bit like creme brulee, actually.
Because they take
a bit like it.
Torch the top to melt
Yeah,
the
but this
sugar.
is actually a really heavy, thick, hard cup. You have to hit it with the spoon to crack it to get into it.
Wow.
It's really good. And they use a brown sugar. The creme brulee uses a white sugar, if I remember correctly. This is a brown sugar, so it's a really like a toffee on top. The way they make it, it's fantastic. Now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do my diet any good.
I am drooling and I haven't had supper yet.
At least
Jerry,
you're
what's
mine's
the
over.
behind you?
I have 8 hours a day to have from my breakfast to finish my dinner, and that's when I have to finish my meals.
What's that big printer behind you, Jerry?
That's my Hypercube. It's Ziltech Hypercube Evolution Core X 445, 400 by 400 by 500. I'm converting it to Clipper, but I had problems with the board twice. So I'm waiting on Amazon to bring me a board that actually works. So I can put Clipper back on it. It normally sits where the alien's standing at.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Does one release?
It's all 30-30 extrusion.
Nice. Heavy duty.
Come on.
Yeah, I didn't want to build it with 2020. It'd be way too light. It looked too janky and flimsy.
Does not want to release. Huh. Dolphins.
Is that the one? Is that the newest Flex Factory one?
No, they're from last year.
Oh, they're from last year.
Yeah, they gave them to Toys. They allowed Toys for Tots to use them.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, I think I'm getting the partial clog. That one's got a lot of under extrusion. Look at him. See the lines?
You got to make yourself bigger.
Sorry, let me try it. Let's see if it makes it better.
Just
Yeah,
easier if you're bigger to see the.
Yeah,
print.
one extruder. I need to clean it out because I think I'm getting
There you go. Oh yeah. Okay.
under extrusion. So that's one for the trash.
It's just a
Can't use that.
malnourished. It's just a malnourished dolphin, is all it is.
Yeah, I need to feed it more. Bit like me.
There you go.
The other side is fine. The other side printed fine. It's an IDEX, so one side has probably got a little bit of stuff clogged in the nozzle. I'll clear out because this one came out fine.
Purple.
So, what else is happening, guys? Anything else? Anything interesting? No?
I'm looking
I've
for a
been-
picture to show you if I can find it. But
Sure.
Do any of you guys use Cura?
I have. Sometimes, yeah.
So I've just started playing with it because the new Cura has got some pretty cool features, but I cannot find, and I searched for it, I can't find where to set acceleration numbers in
It
Cura.
should be in travel, I believe.
Is it,
I think
is
it
it
is.
travel?
Just type, no, the nice thing about Cura, if you go on the very top, just type acceleration.
I did nothing.
Really?
Chad,
Yeah.
help out.
They obviously call it something different.
I would like continuity in how people describe stuff from slicer to slicer. The industry needs to come up with a standard and follow it.
I agree. I agree.
Like, because Prusa Slicer and Idea Maker and whatever, they all call it different things.
Well, and they put it in. See, the one thing.
There's a commentator, Printpron said that 5 has issues with travel moves and resizing of some models.
Oh, that could be why, because what's been happening on this printer, I've been slicing a few models in Cura, and it's been doing some weird travel moves causing layer shifting. I did it again, exact same model, sliced it in Prusa Slicer, and it's fine.
Okay, go into the config. Did you turn on the advanced options in Cura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have it say that enable to show all in the Cura settings, it'll only show you some of the menus because it tries to minimize them for newbies.
Dummies it down. You can dummy it down. Yeah. Now, the only thing, Cura's got some great features. The only thing I don't like about it is all the other ones I use, all the other ones, Super Slicer, Prusa Slicer, even in the old Simplify 3D, it had tabs that you could actually go tab, 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 and it organized things, fill them. Whereas Cura, you have to scroll down the whole list.
Well, you don't have to. You can type it in, yeah.
You can type it in, yeah.
Well, I have to say,
preference.
I prefer that over tab, 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 tab. So
yeah,
as an end user, and I am a product manager, right?
Yeah.
If you tab too much, what happens is people get annoyed and don't know where stuff is in the tab.
Mm-hmm.
Where if data is presented to an end user in a list or at least a collapsible menu, which Cura does, it's easy to find stuff because you can find the heading you want, expand it, and it's in there, right?
It boils down to what you're used to. Like when I started in this, if I'd have started with Cura, I'd probably be going, Cura is the best thing. It's just a matter of what you start with.
Yeah, that's me. I've gotten used to Cura, and the last stream, Liam, you guys was talking about, you and Tom was talking about, I forget which one.
Idea Maker.
Yeah, and I
love it. I love it. Slicer.
And I'm like, I'm going back to Cura, but
there's certain things that Cura can do that Idea Maker doesn't do. There's not many. There's a few that do affect printing, right? Mm. And if I want, if you want supports, that you just use the default supports and you print, and the supports come off at ease. Idea Maker is the way to do it. Let me peel this off here. So, Idea Maker supports, right? The supports on the tail and around the sides here. I can pluck these off.
Yeah.
Like you do that in most of the other slicers, that part that they come off like that. Done.
But what does the underneath look like? What is?
Fine.
Is it?
Fine.
Are those tree supports?
No. They're just custom supports I put in that area. And the one thing about a belt printer I've noticed, you have to consider the angle of whatever you're printing. So if the angle is less than 45 degrees, right, as it goes out, as it hits the nozzle first, right, the nozzle's printing less than 45, you're okay. Or if it's greater than, let's say, if it's at 90 degrees, it's fine. Mm-hmm. But when it's at 45 or more, you'll find, or in around that area, right, you'll find that the nozzle struggles to try and lay down the first layer. So what I've done with all of these is I added on a little bit of support at each of the legs and at the tail. Just manually put them in there, and when I sliced it, and now it has somewhere to extrude out to. So when I'm printing those angles for the legs and the tail, because there is an angle to them, it prints up against the supports I added, and that gives me a start point. So my parts think. So you have to think differently when you're doing stuff for like I'm going to look at doing the trains next, or maybe some other flexes. I'm not sure yet, but you have to consider the angle of the part and the way it's going to start printing. And you also, like, if you're doing flexies, especially flexies, you have to look through the flexies, because the angle of some of the insides of parts of these inside the flexies here are not good for a belt printer. And you can add supports in there. So some of these just will not work on a belt. I've tried different orientations, and it just doesn't work. The printer is a Profound 3D, Raise 3D Pro 2 Dual Extruder. Raise 3D are a really good machine.
Yeah,
I
that's a nice
never,
printer.
ever fault Raise 3D. Did you get the IDEX version or the single extruder?
Well, they're like $5,000 and up, though, aren't they?
It's $3,000.
This one's $39.99 that I'm looking at now.
Well, he bought it through a company, so he probably got a deal.
Got a deal.
Yeah, he's
That's
through
a
his
nice
brother, he
printer.
said. So yeah, it's the Raise 3D. I haven't seen the Profound machines, but the Raise 3D machines are rock solid. They're really good. And Raise are one of the,
Look, I'm just reading chat. He got a Raise 3D. Wow, nice.
Yeah. And the Raise machines are if you pay maintenance on Raise each year, your maintenance includes, if they can't fix it over the phone, they'll send a guy out to repair your machine.
Yeah, Loyal Moses has a lot of Raise 3D machines.
I was just going to say, Loyal has a few of them.
Yeah, they're really good, reliable machines. They are designed for heavy use.
They look like a microwave oven.
Yeah. They're lovely machines. They're really good. I'm jealous now.
Tim, at acceleration, if it's what I'm looking at, it in mine, it's in speed.
Okay, that's what it's under in Prusa Slicer. It's under the speed settings, but you're able to adjust the acceleration for, your infill, your perimeters, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's all speed on their on.
I'll look into it and fiddle with it a bit.
So yeah, so if you got the Dual, which is an IDEX machine, you can do what I'm doing over here, which is two models at the same time. If they can fit on one half of the bed, you can duplicate it. Now, IDEX takes a bit of getting used to, and there's a learning curve. You could be used to one extruder and you're learning IDEX, completely different. You can print one extruder fine, but when you start doing the Dual or the mirror mode or the duplication or the dual color, take time to learn, because there's a lot of learning involved there. Would you agree with that, Tim?
Yeah, there is a little. There is a fair
bit. I
bit.
got your email. It was in my spam folder. I got it. Thank you.
And it's a 280 by 305 by 300 volume. It's nice.
Someone slapped Dewitt for making another Discord. Did you make a Discord, Tim?
I made a Discord today. I don't know what I'm doing, but I made a Discord.
Oh, so I have a Discord too, and I'm still not sure what I'm doing, but I have
a lot of people. I've been asked so many times, "Do you have a Discord?" I say no, and I thought, well, okay, let's make one and see what happens.
Well, I'm using the Charity Makers Discord as my Discord.
I can't keep up with everything I got going on, so I didn't ever make one for 3DHP.
So, Justin, I have a brand new Discord called Charity Makers. You need to join us, and I have a Twitch channel called Charity Makers as well for doing charity 3D printing.
Here you go, Justin.
Share the drop-in link, Astro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Let me paste the link here. Thank you for the reminder, Jerry. There's a link if you want to come in and join. So the Charity Makers channel. Let me stick out the link for that. I'm just checking here for 1 second.
I'm drooling over that Raise 3D.
Go to my channel. Make sure it's muted. Why did I do that? Don't do that. So here is the Charity Makers Twitch. Please follow Charity Makers. I'm the only one that's on it right now, but there will be more once Toys for Tots really gets going. And there is a Discord. The Discord is actually posted in the Charity Makers chat. Where is it? That's the wrong one. I'm over here. I should be over here. Where am I? Sorry, I'm navigating multiple windows here. I'm sorry. But whole pile of new people following. It's great. So yeah, once you join the channel or follow the channel, you will see I post regularly the Discord group in this name. So you can come join the Discord as well, please. It's appreciated. You're tired. Okay. Well, if you get a chance to join, you're welcome. You know you are. We're only going to be on for about a half an hour more anyway, 30, 40 minutes more at most. Your ISP is sucking? Well, now, the Raise machine, you can actually, if you join the Raise cloud, you can print to your printer. If you join your printer to it, you can print to your printer remotely. You can submit a job through Raise cloud and it will go straight to your printer. But the downside to the Raise machines is they recommend, and under warranty, You have to use our onyx material.
Sebastian just subscribed.
Mm,
Sebastian, thank you for the
nice.
subscription, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so do you use only their material? You have a raise, don't you, Tim?
No, no,
What,
no,
what
no.
is it?
My big IDEX, my good one is the FlashForge Creator 3.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, FlashForge, I believe FlashForge can have web-based printing as well, don't they?
Tim's
do.
all about making content. So if he bought a expensive raised 3D printer that's ready to print, it wouldn't benefit his channel any other than like, wow, look what I got. So he likes to build things. That way he makes content to generate subscribers. That makes
You know
sense,
what?
right?
What I got to do though is if you go to YouTube and look up FlashForge Creator 3, there are very few. You're hard pressed to find videos on changing the nozzles, changing a hot end,
You should
clearing
do
a
some.
clog. I'm thinking of maybe doing some videos on the Creator 3
You
now that
do a
I've used it a fair
series
bit.
on Creator 3 maintenance.
Yeah, there's very little on YouTube about it, and it's because they're expensive printers, right? So
Yeah.
Then have a zillion tags on it. So hopefully somebody will do a search for whatever
Yeah.
word in your video pop up.
that'll probably be a project for me for this fall.
So Sebastian, what Prime is associated with different account. Look, the subscription is really appreciated. It helps a lot with the channel. So thank you so much, very much appreciated.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, they're easy enough to machines, but IDEX there's a learning curve involved. So consider that. Because the channel had the Prime subscription so far. Oh, okay. Well, every month you have to resubscribe with Prime anyway, so you can always move it around. A lot of people do; they move it from creator to creator to switch it around. Some people stick with the same people all the time. Some move it around. It varies, but it's really appreciated. Thank you. What else is going on? So I have to figure out what I'm going to do next week for the 12th is what day? What day is the 12th next week? That's
Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the 12th.
Yeah, so I need to verify the time with NASA. I think I got an email from them. I have to verify when they're going to do the live event showing the James Webb live images, because they're going to do a big event and it's going to be during the day. And I'm planning on doing an event afterwards to talk about their images and what they've done and what they're talking about, because I have a phone number to dial when they're doing the press conference after the event, so I can talk directly to the scientists who are going to be there, the panelists. So
in 2 weeks, my hangout, I'm going to have it earlier in the day because I have to
Ben.
babysit my grandkids for 8 hours.
How's life?
Hey Ben, how you doing?
Hey Ben.
We were talking about the Z1 earlier on. So many questions. Should I only use material? Well, start out with their material. It's okay. When you're talking about their machines, right? We're not talking about your machines, by the way, Ben. We're talking about the it's not FlashForge, is it? What was it?
Raise.
The Raise machines. The Raise, their filament is expensive, and their profiles are precisely tuned to their machine, right? So if you're using a Raise machine and use their material, you will have knockout prints every time.
Other than that, use PLA and learn the machine. Make sure it's working properly before you try to jump into something exotic or change it. Make sure you know it's working like it should be working.
Yes, and the nice thing about with a Raise machine, they give you Idea Maker because Raise make Idea Maker, and it's a nice
Idea Maker is free, so if you can, anybody can have it.
No, but I'm saying they make it, and their profiles in there are very precisely tuned for their machines because they do it. Their engineers do it.
Yeah.
So they're expensive machine, but you get what you pay for, right? If you pay $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 for a printer, you know what? It better work out of the box.
It's like most printers, you don't get a profile, or some you do, some you don't. My Anycubic, the little printer they sent me works great. I love it, but there's no profile. So I got to go pick some other machine and tweak a few settings and print with it and see how it does. So,
yeah, and with those machines that you just got Phoenix call, just install Idea Maker, choose the machine type, choose it, and you can actually send it. It's probably Wi-Fi connected, so you join it to your Wi-Fi and you can send the job to the machine over Wi-Fi, and then it'll just report. I believe it even gives you status updates on the screen, but they're good machines.
Take a selfie with your printer. You got a Raise 3D, nice machine. Get unboxed. Get the camera out. Take a selfie.
Yes, do,
Yeah.
and share it with
Yeah.
all of us. We'd like to see it because they are
You'll make
I'd like
you'll
Raise
make a
machine
lot
too.
of makers jealous.
Yeah.
Your brother purchased it, through his company, so he probably has some deal because they have an agreement with it. But it's good. They are a good machine.
Out the back door in the trunk. Never know. Anyway.
Well, it's when you have a good machine, just take care of it, right? Do regular maintenance on this. Keep it clean. Keep it working. Follow their maintenance schedule that they recommend, and do whatever they say, because then your warranty is covered, and if anything goes wrong, they will support you. They're very good.
Top off the blinker fluid. Always check the blinker fluid. Huh?
Always the blinker fluid.
The blinker fluid.
Yep.
A lot of people here burned up a lot of printers. They didn't check the blinker fluid.
Well, the iCore 9 is not really for the printer. You don't need a heavy machine for the printer. But if you're going to do CAD, you need the high-end machine. Like I have an i9 I'm doing CAD. But yeah, but follow their recommendations, and you'll have many years of successful printing. I know some people who have machines like that, and they're really happy with them, and they've never had issues. So it's all down to taking care of the machine. But yeah, they are good machines, though. You're lucky to have a machine like that. If I sold all of these, I could probably get one or two of them, but I'd have to get rid of everything else first. But yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. All my printers are busy now. So Ben, what are you up to? You can come in and join us if you want to come online and chat with us if you want, Ben, since you're hanging out in chat. I know you're probably busy at work, but here is a link if you want to come in and join us, Ben, and hang out. We're going to be on for about a half an hour more, so if you want to come in and chat, feel free to do so.
Jerry, if I hadn't pulled the trigger on that other Ender 5 Plus, I was looking at the Anycubic Photon Mono X. I want to get into maybe some resin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love mine. Like I said, I've got three. I've got the original Elgu Mars, Puppy Cam,
Puppy,
the Frozen Mighty 4K, which I don't use much, and then the Anycubic is my favorite mid-size printer. But I haven't tried anything else that's came out like an 8K, this or that. But the resolution on a 2K to 4K looks about the same, so I don't think a 6 or an 8K is going to look much different than a 4K. But it works great. I've had no problem with it.
Oh yeah, you have a good machine. Yeah, my favorite resin is the Uniformation GK1. Now I have the older model, which is when the Z moves, it's.
You said your favorite resin. You didn't say resin printer.
Forgive me, resin printer. The resin is pretty good too. But I also like the resin from Yusu. The Yusu resin is really good. But Uniformation GK1, I had the old model. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm pointing to your logo.
Oh.
Custom made by DeWitt Tim, 3D up in Canada. If you need any kind of graphic work done or stickers, he might be able to give you a pretty good deal. So please contact DeWitt at this number right below the screen.
DeWitt3DCanada at gmail.com or call 1-800-I'm-HOT. No, sorry.
So now I'm going to close down my channel for sure.
Well, I was going to call, but I don't think I will now.
Yeah, I love the Mono X. I got zero problems with it. Works great.
No, call 1-800-I'm sick. Because he is sick. See, even the dog doesn't want to associate with him. He's struggling to get away.
I wish I had a really big resin printer. I don't, and I've never reviewed one yet. And I would never buy one. They cost too much.
I didn't see that. I saw your maker coins. 1-800-188 get logo. That's probably already taken, I'm guessing. No, but I actually need to do maker coins out of my logo at some point. I need to make it into maker coins. Yeah, well, it's all right. It's Tim. And when I'm on his channel, I abuse him. When I'm on over there in chat, I give him a hard time in chat. So this is his revenge.
Sweet revenge.
There is not
have to
one
take-
comment. I think it's rare you make a comment that I don't have a comeback on in your chat.
Yeah.
So
I
A
have to
big
take
resin
advantage of
printer
all my-
would be something I could practically do a helmet in. That would be a big resin printer. I could resin print
wow.
either a whole helmet or most of a helmet.
Is there
The
any?
Frozen Sonic Mega 8K is one you can do it. But
Will that do a full helmet? I don't think it'll do a full helmet, will it? I don't
Yeah.
think it's wide enough. I think it's got enough in one direction. I think Matt tried it, and I think he had to do it in two halves because he had enough in one dimension to do like front to back, but side to side it didn't have enough width. So he had to split the helmet and he'd do it in two halves on that one. You know, Akuma Mods, Matt?
Yeah, that's the one he recommended because I asked him about a full size helmet. That's the one he recommended.
Now, Chris, doesn't that depend on the size of someone's head?
Well, yeah, mine. I would need two of those machines, but
No, but
then I would cut it in half.
No, but didn't he? No, I think when he did his, I didn't he think. Check with Matt again. I think he said that his version, that when he tried his, it just wasn't wide enough. He had to split it to get it to actually fit a person. Well, it fit his head. So double.
You know,
check
the big
with him.
resin printers, you got the two doors you open up and the one great big lid you open up. You know, they got a really big build plate. But what's bad about them, they take so much resin. You could never print small parts on it because you have to, you know, it takes so much resin to cover the build that. So
Lasers
they
are great.
probably-
Nicole.
your mid-sized resin printer for this and that, and then your big one for really big stuff.
And you're speaking 5 figures, aren't you, for that kind of a
Oh,
size?
probably.
$2 to $3 grand. But
Really?
most mid-sized resin printers will do almost any model you want. You just print them in pieces. But if you want to do something big like a helmet, well, then you'd have to go FDM and then prime it, paint it, etc.
You know, at that point, it might be there are companies who will do 3D, who will do resin printing in really large volume, and it might be just cheaper to get these guys. If it's a one-off, get them to print it for you.
Yeah, they'd probably want too much money.
I don't know.
So, to my laser friends,
Yes,
are these things a benefit?
yes,
for
for
laser?
cutting especially.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes a big difference when you're cutting because
I like this because it's got clamps that hold the wood down. If there's a little warp in the wood, it flattens it right out.
you could do that, or you could use a lot of people use they'll tape it down, or you could because it's the one that I have the Congo.
If you buy the Congro, it's still got a steel bed. You can use magnets.
Yeah, you can use neodymium
Oh.
magnets to hold it down, and that'll be it.
But if it's really warped, it won't hold it down, which I've tried. I've tried tape. I've tried
Yeah.
weights. But then if you weight it down with a bigger object, it'll make sure the head don't crash into whatever you're weighting it down with. But a lot of them are aluminum, and you can't use magnets on aluminum.
Yeah.
And Chondro has a great price. They used to be like, I think, $75. It's a
Okay.
decent size, and they're steel. So make sure you buy one with a steel bed. And then Liam
Okay.
printed that one right there is from Chondro. And then he printed some clips because it comes with a tray for the bottom, but you have to leave an air gap because if the honeycomb is down tight on the bed, all the fumes and stuff build up and they could ignite.
There are
Okay.
printables. You can download that from printables.
Okay. And is that 400 by 400?
It's no, but you don't need it to be 400 by 400.
No, you don't need it that big. No, that's
no,
right.
this is actually it is 4 by 4.
Okay, good.
Sorry, yeah, it is. But you don't even need that because chances are when you're cutting something, like you don't need this for engraving, unless you
No.
want to hold something down on because it's metal, right?
Mhm.
But you can use it for cutting. It's great because you want the exhaust as it cuts. You want the
go
laser to
through.
pass through, not meet a solid surface underneath.
And
like
it gives
Jerry
it a
described.
cleaner cut, from what
Yeah.
I
So
understand.
I ordered
And
one
then
from Auteur for like $100, and then the Comgro sent me one to review, which was steel, where Auteur's was aluminum, and I prefer the steel bed. That way you can use magnets on it.
okay, well, that's good to know. I'm going to look
Hey,
that up. Right now.
But Ben, if you're still there, that was done in the Z1.
I haven't seen you in chat since that one comment.
Yeah, he might be around. I don't know. But that was on the Z1, the 10 watt. Came out beautiful.
Man,
It's
that
only
did
69
come
bucks.
out beautiful.
Yeah, that was done at 600 millimeters speed and 100% power, and it took about 10 minutes. And
Whenever you make a post like that, Liam, list your speed and power in chat. That way, when people are surfing the web to try to do something they want to do, they'll run across and they go, "Oh, cool! There's some recommended settings. I'll go ahead and try that."
Good point. And
That's
to
a good
clean it
deal.
off afterwards, there was no scrubbing. I just got a damp cloth because it was all soot. I just got a damp cloth and wiped it, and it was done. So there were some of them, you see others they're saying they're having to use like goo off or goo gone and all this kind of stuff to scrub them off. No, I just wiped it with with a damp bit of paper towel, and it cleaned it right off.
Depending on the surface, I use a magic eraser on some of them.
Yeah, I didn't even need to do that. It came off really
Is that what is that? A painted surface? What kind of surface did you burn through?
I know it's does it say? It doesn't say what's on the surface. It's a corn blue design. I don't know what it is.
They look like paint.
It's either paint or it's not really. Yeah, maybe it's a paint, not an anodization. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
You can feel it where it engraves. You can actually feel the difference where it lifted the material, burnt the material off. Actually, I like this drink, this drink container because there's no pop-up lid. So all you do when you lift it, it actually opens the vent.
Yeah, of course you can use this logo for whatever you want. Just don't make a sticker and put it on the back of the toilet.
Yeah, if you want to use my logo on the engraver to play around with it, sure. I have no problem with that. But if you make money with it, I want a percentage.
Yeah.
It might be a lacquer finish. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it came out it engraved off really nicely. So it came off really nice. I have other anodized ones I have to test in the house as well.
I need to get another X-Tool video going on that rotary that came with it, because I got some stuff out in the garage. I just haven't taken the time to engrave it. I got some containers. I got some glass. Got some different things.
You know, I like their rotary. Now that I got mine, now that I've actually finished mine and mine's working, the 3D printed one, it works great. I like that's what I did that on. So
well, you need to tape a video, not a live stream.
I did put a video of it engraving already with that.
Yeah, but it wasn't very much of a video.
Brian, what's going on? How you doing?
Short, no. So yeah, Brian, how's life? I hope that you came back on not infected. I don't think you got infected. I did not, but a lot of people did report back not feeling well after Murph, which is kind of sad to hear. But
hey, Brian,
when you engrave glass, best thing to use is tempera paint.
Yeah.
Paint on a couple layers, dry it in between with a hairdryer, get a nice even coats, and then you just scrub it right off. And the tempera paint, you don't even really have to scrub. Put it under water, it comes off like pudding when you get it wet.
Yeah, it came off really easy. So I have a couple of bottles of. You can buy it in the dollar stores under the name Prang, but it is a tempura paint, and I think it costs $1.25. There's no such thing as a dollar store anymore. If you want to do stuff cheap, let me show you.
He can't sell the rotary because it wasn't his original design. He got a lot of Thingiverse. It belongs to somebody else. Right. So unless he designed it from scratch, he can't sell it.
Yeah. So
unless it was a one-off or something, not mass-produced.
So did I. So this one you can get this Prang. That is it says tempura paint on it. That is $1.25 and get the black one. You want the darker color to absorb more laser energy when it's engraving.
So that's what you put on the cup? And then
I know, I put nothing in the cup. I just engraved it as is. You only use tempura when you're doing stuff like that, like if you're on glass, because the the laser beam will pass through the glass, and because it's a visible spectrum laser. The 450 nanometer blue diode lasers are visible spectrum, so they'll pass through glass. So what you need to do is you need to give it something that when a laser is running, it's actually the heat and so on is being concentrated in one spot, and by coating it with a really thin, like best put on it with a roller, really up and down and left and right, and up and down let it dry, left and right let it dry, or you can get spray on paint as well, which is similar, and the tempura spray, and then when it's fully dried, then engrave it, and then afterwards you just put it under and tap and wash it off.
I use dry moly lube. Where's the camera?
Dry moly worked great as well.
Dry moly lube when I done stainless steel. And here's that knife that I did when I engraved the knife.
Yeah, that came up great. Yeah. So yeah, dry moly will actually
It burned into it. It etched into it up here, and then right down in, well, you can't see it. Right down in here, I can't fill it, but over here, I can fill the engraving in it.
Yeah, it creates a chemical change, is what it does. The dry moly, and it actually stains the material from the heat of the laser.
And when it's burning, it smells like gunpowder, basically. It's like an oil.
Yeah.
It dries on.
So what's new with you, Brian? If you want to jump in, if you want to join us, I don't know if you're busy or not, Brian. But if you want to come in, you're welcome. There's our link. I just posted a link to StreamYard if you want to jump in. Well, yeah, I like that. I haven't tried my rotary on my CO2 laser yet, but I will. I'm actually building. I have all the parts printed. I would have to buy a few pieces of metal parts to build an adjustable Z height for my CO2 laser. I have one that's kind of jerry rigged today, but I want a proper one that I can control. So I have.
You hear that, Jerry? He's got a jerry rig.
Shipping.
Yeah.
A whole boatload of pieces to make it work to put together, and have to buy some metal framing as well.
I refuse
my
to be
son
a
played viola in
$1,000
junior high school. He doesn't anymore, but in junior high, he played viola for a while.
You know, I'm very musical, guys. I play a mean radio.
I can't buy from Comgrow.
So that's
Why not?
Look at the shipping, $9.99.
Yeah.
No, it says they only ship to the USA.
Oh yeah, they don't have stock. Buy through their Amazon store. They might be in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, of course, Brian. Yeah, I had some NASA stickers at Murph. So I get yeah, of course, especially kids like us. Big kids like NASA stickers, and some of the small kids like them too. So everybody likes the what they call the meatball, the blue meatball. You have a lathe also? Oh, there's a mini one that you were showing us. What's this? I think it was in the middle of nowhere, right? Okay, but yeah, check their Amazon. I think they have the laser in Canada now. If not, jump onto their Facebook group and reach out to the guys there. So they are really good. Lord of Goshen. That's Justin's new name?
You should raid into subsector later.
Well, we got about 20 minutes, and then we'll do a raid.
That'd be a good place to push everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will. We'll go over subsector because she's doing giveaways, I believe, so we can jump in there.
Isn't she doing a 12-hour?
She's doing a 12-hour stream. That's hard. 3 hours is hard. 12 hours, man. Jerry's hiding. No, Jerry's head just blew up. Run that again, Jerry. We want to see that again. Watch, guys. We're going to watch Jerry's head explode. Now they're gassing him. Now they're going to blow his head up.
Come on, button ain't working.
This is my Twitch. Hey, watch my Twitch. You're on my Twitch right now. Astropreneur is my Twitch, Justin.
Yeah, I'm the Saturday guy. Liam's the Tuesday guy.
Yeah. I have a second Twitch channel that I've just started up for called Charity Makers, where other people who are going to be doing 3D printing for Toys for Tots, which I'm doing right now. I'm printing toys for Tots right now as we speak. See? It's Lexi's. And once Toys for Tots with IC3D gets really going, which will be later this month, I'm hoping other members of the other who are doing the Toys for Tots, which is over
share screen,
500 of us.
Once I get small again, make me smaller first. There you go. That's Liam.
That's my printer. That's my belt printer right here, printing these little toy chameleons. But the goal would be to have other makers come on
They're
there.
for the bad kids.
Yeah, and if the channel ever goes anywhere, and if it ever does make money, the money will go to charity. Um, that's the whole goal of it, is to try and raise money for charity. So hopefully we'll get other makers in there for doing Toys for Tots, build the community more on that other channel, just for makers. And it's a bit like Maker Deck, where there's nobody on screen, there's nobody chatting. It's just music, but it's showing the work that they're doing to do good. They're we don't like in the most people pay it forward in the 3D printing community. Since we can print stuff, we make it forward. So the goal and behind the motto behind the channel is make it forward, as charity makers. So that should start kicking off a little bit more and get busier soon, because we should be getting the go ahead from IC3D with this year's models. I'm doing some of last year's models. They said I could, because when I chatted with the guys, they said go ahead and use last year's models and start printing if you really want to. So yeah, if I'd known I could use last year's models, I'd have been printing since last November already. I'd already
Have a good night, Phoenix.
Take care. Phoenix. So I'd have been printing since last year if I had my way. But we get nice toys like these. And I have a blue version as well.
Tutu Twain.
A tutu.
A tutu
What's the
Twain.
name of that blue, Liam?
The blue came from the blue is from Matt German, and he won them and donated them to me, and it's printed solid Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
Oh, Jerry, see when Tim can't sing, Jerry fills in.
Nice.
So that's what it is. It's the Blue Moon from them. It's a nice color.
Yeah, it is. I like it.
I think I'm having a little bit of a printing problem with it, but I have to spend a bit more time tuning it. But I have the yellow, I have the green, I have a clear, and by them as well. Like the shirt, Tim. Oh, yeah, tripod.
Oh, thank you. Look at that.
Tim is John's advertising agency.
But he only bought it.
Tripod's garage.
But he only bought it because Bear's on it, though.
Isn't that the only reason we ever buy stuff? No, we only watch John's channel because Bear's on it.
Yeah, I bet if John ever changes his logo, he'll put glasses on Bear on that shirt, the little green glasses.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, you should put a set of the next time you do an update to the logo, put laser glasses on Bear. That would really set it look really good. Or maybe take John out and just put Bear on the logo. I'm gonna get a rip from he's gonna give me a hard time over this. So
it says me and Master on it. Yeah.
I know he's gonna pick on me, so. Is anything else going on, guys? Nothing else? Nothing new to report or anything interesting happening or
Nope, just waiting on that big Tree Tech board that I ordered brand new yesterday to get another one tomorrow so I can swap it out because it has a bad SD card slot. Micro SD will not fit in it, so I have to tear it back out of the Hypercube, rewire it, and start that all over tomorrow whenever they send it.
So tomorrow, when you get the new board, right, don't make it all nice, tidy cabling. Just plug everything into the board and leave it hang there and then see if it works. And if it does, then tidy it up afterwards.
Well, I'm going to make sure the SD card slot goes in and make sure the slot works.
There
Does
we
anybody
go.
know how to make nice terrain scans for STLs? What do you mean by terrain scans?
I'm not sure who's to do that. Somebody at Murphy used to do that all the time. That somebody in Antarctica or wherever it was at, who was it, guys? Where he would do terrain of a city, mountain range, ocean, whatever. Not ocean, but you know.
Didn't Matt make a couple of them or something?
I think Google Earth there's some way you can do it, but I don't remember what I heard about that.
I think maybe there are contours, which is what you're looking for, contour style terrain maps online. So Tim,
$88.
so
Not
that's what
bad.
you
That's
want, right?
Canadian. Hmm?
That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's Canadian. $88 plus $4 import.
Yeah. So they had it in their Amazon store. Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. That's reasonable price.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. And
That's
it's
reasonable.
metal. So
Yeah.
get some good. They haven't. They've been talking about doing it. They haven't done it yet, but they were showing some examples of stuff they were doing. Like they're doing putting neodymium magnets inside in a plastic case because neodymium magnets are brittle. They break, right? They're rare earth magnets. So they're talking about putting them into plastic cases so you can actually clip them onto something and take them off, and you don't have to worry about the magnet hitting something and cracking.
Yeah, I could print.
And if it
some
does, it
cases
cracks
for
inside
them.
the case, so it won't move, right?
Yeah.
So they haven't done that yet, but they've been talking about it. And if not, you can just pick up some neodymium magnets yourself.
Print a case myself. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Got a
then
TPU.
it'll hold anything down, right? So
Yep. I've got tons of magnets.
yeah, well, you don't want the
Perfect.
little ones, though. You want larger ones, fairly large
Oh,
size
yeah.
magnets.
That are
Yeah,
nice
I've
and
got,
thin and flat, not tall. Because if they're tall, your head will probably hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want them pretty small, but
Unless it's such a unless you have a big piece of material and you're only working in the middle, then you don't have to worry about the head hitting the magnet if it's too tall for the laser.
Yeah. Now you can also Rich, the hobby guy. The Louisiana hobby guy. He has designs. I don't know where he's put. You should reach out to Rich and ask him where you can actually cut out of plywood, the thin plywood. They're hold downs for the honeycomb beds. So you actually
He sells them on the store, or you can get them free if you're a member of his Patreon, which is not his Patreon. It's
he's
what's
got
it called?
a forum.
His forum. If you're a member of his forum, which is free, you can download them. They got it has his logo on it. Go underneath any of his video and these videos, and he has all the links underneath any of his videos. Rich, the LA hobby guy.
I'll look into that. I watch a lot of his videos.
Yeah, Rich is good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's got really good stuff.
Brian, he's sick. That's why his voice is like that.
No, it's my new Rode microphone, Brian. It deepens my voice so I sound sexier online.
He's doing a bad impression of Barry White.
Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack, yeah.
I don't know who Wolfman Jack is, so
I got to do some B-roll while I got this voice.
Well,
Wolfman Jack, very famous DJ in the U.S. You should Google him.
Well, I didn't grow up here, so I wouldn't know these guys.
You're an American
you don't
now.
know
So don't
Wolfman
matter.
Jack. You ever see the movie American, what was it called?
Graffiti?
American Graffiti.
No.
Wolfman Jack was in that.
You should watch
The
American.
only guy that I know that was a radio guy was Stern.
Yeah. Well, you can take me off full screen now because I don't want to get too many people going here.
Tim, you should be on stage so we can throw questions.
I very well could be, but I'm too shy for stuff like that, right? So come on.
Yeah, that Barry White voice is going. I agree, Brian.
You guys remember Tim Conway, right?
Tim Conway.
Tim up there might be related to him. You never know. Look at him. Don't it look like Tim Conway?
You know, I used to get that a lot on cruise ships. He's much older than me, and he's a little funnier than me.
No, you're funny. Funny looking, but you're funny.
I knew that's where we're going.
You leaving, Chris?
Speaking,
What's that,
let me
Chris?
see.
Oh, when he said that, Tim was funny looking. I knew that's where he was going with that.
Okay, here you go.
But it's yeah. So Toys. Oh, you do very. Oh, I'm telling you.
Okay,
now I
people,
know
which
that
one's
face.
Tim Conway and which
I
one's
do know
Tim?
him.
There you go.
I didn't know the
They're
name,
both
but I
Tim
know the
Conway,
face.
right?
Yeah.
I'm good with faces. I'm really bad with names.
Oh, I'm
Carol
telling you.
Burnett Show, Tim Conway. And don't tell me you've never seen the Carol Burnett Show when you're younger.
I haven't.
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay.
I didn't grow
Get
up
on.
here.
Get on YouTube and watch Carol Burnett.
There's a
Tim
lot of great
Conway,
shows from the 80s
Harvey
and 70s
Korman,
you should
Dickie
really
Lawrence.
watch.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in this country. Remember?
Like my son, he's never seen the original Star Trek, not one episode.
Shame on him.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
Star Trek, I've seen all of them, every one, every episode, every iteration of it. All on Twitch from now. Yes, I'm
Hey
trying
Shane,
to
what's
do
going
all
on?
on Twitch, Shane, because the reason why is there's two reasons. A lot of my Hangout stuff is actually hiding all the other videos that I've done that I do out there because there's more Hangouts than anything else, and it's taking over. And so I want to keep that for more like unboxings or doing technical stuff. And then Twitch is more the casual hangout, easygoing, relax. People jump on the stream sometimes, maybe not always, but a lot of the time, come in and chat like we're doing right now. And I think Twitch is better for that. For our hangouts, I'm going to keep them here.
And he can grow one channel better than being spread between 3 places.
Yeah, and as I said, I want to separate the content out. I want to keep one content for something different. So it's easier it's easier to manage them separately. I would advertise like when I'm doing something, I would post on Facebook that I'm going to be doing this event and the hangouts and so on. But Twitch is just a better location for that kind of stuff. So, and I'm going to start doing more because now that I'm going to be busy with Toys for Tots, I've already started on it for this year. So I want to really slam dunk my numbers from last year. I did 1,000. If I can, I'm going to try and double that number if I can this year. It's probably going to cost me about 70 or 80 spools of filament if I'm going to really double my number. But I'll do what I can with what I can. So I need to talk to a few companies see if they're willing to send me some filament, so I can keep these printers busy right up until the end of October.
As long as you promote the company or have a little sign while you're doing your stuff, I'm sure most of them would love
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
just promote them. You know, you got your belt printer going. Just have like a little logo on screen so people know what you're printing at that time.
Well, I've actually so Sane Smart sent me the belt printer. It's the Infini 20, and I've sent them pictures already, and I told them when I get more toys done, I will send them more pictures because they want to know, because they sent to me for the Toys for Tots program. So I want them to see the output, right? So I'll be sending them more every week or two.
I can refer you to somebody. I'll tell you privately who will probably give you filament as long as you promote them. I don't think they'd have a problem with it, and they're in the U.S.
Okay. Yep.
I'll give you a contact information. Just say that I referred you, and here's what I do, and I'm sure they'll hook you up.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, and anybody else out there who has got contacts? I have some, but most of mine are overseas. But who are contacts who would be willing to donate some filament to get this going. Petchy is preferred. PLA works. Silks. I have some silks, but silks are not great because you do get weaker prints. So non-silk materials are better. But PETG, I have a couple of spools of PETG, like this size. I have a couple of 2.5 kilos of Petchy. I'm gonna have to add a few more. I would like, if IC3D send me the material, and I hope they do. If I was talking to them and I said I could, if I had a 10 kilo spool, I could run it and just let it print toys continuously. And they said, you might get lucky that we might be one of the few that will get a 10 kilo spool. So they may be sending me 10 kilos. I don't know.
That'd be great.
But I'd need a few of them. Like I have bearing rollers to put them on, but I also need a couple of like 1 kilos as well because I have a lot of other machines that I want to keep busy doing toys, like all these IDEX machines, but they'll only take 1 kilo. Their spool holders are not heavy, not strong enough to take anything heavier than that. They won't take a 3 or a 5. IC3D do ones, 2.5s, and 10s. But the more you give, the more I'll use. I'll just stick it on a printer and hit go and just repeat over and over and over again till it's gone. Everything I get, all the filament I get, like Matt German, was on earlier on, he's in the UK, right? But he's won filament over time, and he sends it to me. He redirects it to me to for Toys for Tots. And apparently, Fix'em Dude tonight on Subsector stream, he won filament, and he's sending it to me as well, I believe. So it'll all go for Toys for Tots.
Nice.
Mountains of it. So 40 spools last year, 70 to 80 this year if I'm going to double my number. And I got more time to do printing, so I should be able to double my number this year.
Okay, I'm going to read off who I see live right now.
Subsector is still live. Let me go
Yeah.
see over here. I'll hit the raid.
She's doing a 12-hour.
Yeah, I've Buana, I've Makerik,
with a giveaway.
Subsector, Astro Canuck. If we're going to raid, let's raid Subsector. She's got 80 people on her channel.
Okay.
Let's go over and raid her. So yeah, we're about winding up anyway because it is the end of our stream. So, oh, that wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Guilty. The
Guilty.
last guy that put his hand up was a guilty one.
Process of elimination.
Well, I mean, you guys all said it wasn't you, so
We got there by passive elimination though. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm going to raid over to Subsector. She's doing a 12-hour stream. She's giving away some stuff, printer, some filaments and so on. Go hang out with Subsector. Tell Kenda I said hi. I may pop in for a few minutes after I do the raid. And thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be here again on next Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST. And I'll be on Jerry's stream on Saturday at you're early this Saturday, aren't you?
No, that's 2 weeks. 1 p.m. Pacific this Saturday.
All right. So, Brian, thank you for dropping in. Come over to Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, right, Brian? Because on Twitch is the community stuff. So there's a lot more going on over there on the community side of things. So you should get on to do it if you ever consider doing Hangouts, but at least to hang out with us, with the rest of us over there on Twitch. We do a lot over there. So hopefully I will see you over there. And Shane, I asked Brian, Shane, get your butt onto Twitch. I'm not asking you. You know me long enough. So thank you again for hanging out. Say hi. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye,
Take care,
guys.
everybody. Have a great night.
Take care.
have a good one, everybody.
All right,
Bye-bye.
guys. I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you. Let's go over to Kenda over in Subsector, and I will see you there. Just give me 1 second to start this up.
Damn,
Thank
hope
you
you
all
feel
for
better,
watching.
buddy.
Have a good one, guys.
She's in the middle of a
Almost
hype
there.
train, too.
Well, good. We'll help that along then.
Yeah.
9 people ready to go. Okay, let's go.
Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you. Have a good night.
Later.
Take care, guys.
I'm watching your screen. I haven't seen the jump yet.
Yeah, it should
Now
be.
it's jumping right. Now you're there.
Okay, perfect. We kill the stream.
You turn this up so you can hear it.
today. So that's amazing. And I just think all of this is just absolutely. Oh, Astro Printers rating.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.